Got a long list of ex-lovers. They'll tell you I'm insane, cause you love to play us. And I love the game, cause we're young and we're reckless. Gonna take this way too far, it'll leave you breathless. If they test me, they sorry. Ride us up like
Lost 4. Got a lot of people here. That isn't on my Switch, my sub list here.
Could be good to you. You need a bad boy to blow your mind. Your mind.
What's up, Mr. George? Guys, if you are a sub, please sign up for the bracket. Please sign up. You can use the sign up link that's provided in the chat. Huge thank you to Panic Switched, who came up with the name Bay Cup. Without him, this cup wouldn't exist. So, Panic Switched, if you're around, thank you so much. You're awesome. Doesn't need to be told that though. He doesn't need to be even told. Alright. So the prize distribution goes as follows. So $60 for first, $20 for second, and third and fourth have an equal $10 prize amount. I'm just checking my inbox messages. See if I've gotten anyone. Thanks for the message, Crazy JRB, to clarify that your in-game name is different. Appreciate it. You're awesome. What's up, all of you? How you doing today? Be hard. And Dark Ghost, are you still a sub? Yes, I know Milk and Cookies. I know you're a sub. Cookies. I'll never forget ya. Hey Smash Online, how you doing? Oh my god, Joy, it's on his new computer! Hype! Hype! That's awesome, Joy. How is it? How does it feel? Is it amazing? Is it everything that you'd hope for? It is Frozen Echo. It's a sub-only tournament. Doing great as usual. Great to hear, people. Oh, it's really good to hear that. I guess. Guys, please. Making this very difficult for me. I don't want to delete anyone from the bracket, but it looks as though I'm going to have to. Doing the purges. I know, it's so itchy. How often are these? I think they're going to be about once a month, Frozen Echo. One sub-tournament a month. Seems to, at least for the foreseeable future currently, because I'm traveling quite frequently and holding to a schedule is really difficult. More so than I thought it would be originally. Hey Mega Man, how you doing? Should be masters by then? That's awesome. Work hard and you'll get there. Guys, I'm just gonna it's gonna be played out on NA. So let's get on to the NA server. Can I sponsor someone. No, unfortunately, my DS sponsor doesn't work like that. If you're a sub, you gotta. If they're a sub, they can commit. Yeah. Nice, Frozen Echo. That's amazing. Yeah, you definitely need to get promoted soon if you beat 10 Masters in a row. That's awesome. Bake Up channel. The Bake Up channel, guys. Bracket just got a whole lot smaller. Just got a whole lot smaller. Alright. Updated bracket, let's have a look. What's up, Ice Addict? Ice Addict's in the house. Get in that raid call, shall we? Say hello to all our friends. Hey, Perfect Play on SE2, how you doing today? Outlook is looking good in this tournament. What's up, guys?
I don't know.
Alright.
Hello.
Okay, you see the main page, right? And on the right, there's chat channels.
Somewhere else.
Huge thank you to Token J for the 222 donation. Good luck. Good luck, everybody. Token J, you're awesome.
Cheers.
First donation of the day, hype. Okay. How are we all doing today?
Doing awesome. Computer's a little wonky. I need to fix something because for some reason I can't play high settings on StarCraft.
Oh, really? That's interesting. That's no good.
Yeah.
Get that sorted immediately. Although all the pros play on low settings, so.
If you're trying to make me feel better, it's working.
Good.
Yeah, and I downloaded H1Z1, so my computer's done. I'm happy.
Nice. That's awesome. Joy, I'm really happy for you.
Sure.
You finally got it.
Thank you. I'll never have to worry about a computer problem ever again.
Hey, Vivitine, how you doing?
Do. Where's Absurd?
Right here.
Oh.
Alright. I removed some people from the brackets. So now we have 14 participants. I got a lot of people out. They weren't subscribers. Alright, looks like we can we've got time to do some arcade after this.
Yeah. So are we good with how the bracket is?
Yeah, it
Start
looks
it.
good to me. Are you guys happy for to start the bracket now?
Page is refreshed. Ba-ba-ba-bee.
Get to play code, I'm so excited.
What's up, Daming? How you doing? Alright.
Do.
Joy Reno, are you gonna do our obsing today?
Yes, please.
Awesome.
Dane is not here.
And he's got to save the world. He's busy saving the world. Can't expect him to always be here.
One song at a time.
Alright guys, I want your predictions. I want your predictions on how this bracket's gonna play out.
Alright, let's see. Let me get back to it. Alright. Vagrant Story beats Apple. Void Reaver beats Vagrant Story. Artist beats Vessel.
Do you know what league these guys are, or are you just guessing?
Half and half. I don't know what Cold Zero is, so I think Cold Zero will beat Crazy. Cookies will beat... Sorry, I forgot you here. Shit. I'm kidding. Cookies will beat Frasier. Perfect Play will beat Cookies. Mysterio will beat Poppy. Nistic will beat Neverlast. Nistic will beat Mysterio. Nistic will beat Perfect Play. Void Reaver will beat Artist. And then the Void Reaver versus Nistic. Nistic wins.
Cool. I like it. Let's go
He
with
has
that.
pressure on him now.
It's a good question, Neverlast. I don't know. What's the candy of the day, Lego Master? Well, I have these snakes. Ellen snakes. Snakes alive. Half of them are gone already, though.
I wonder how many snake
bro ate 'em.
candies they have.
Hey, Jackson, how you doing?
How many snake candies are there in Australia?
How many of them are deadly?
Quite a few.
Jesus.
To answer both those questions. So I need to go change my. You think? Wait. Well, DVD, I'm gonna have to set that up next time because I have my overlay only fits the interface that I have now. So I have to make
Oh, you should just take the overlay off. The 2.2 looks really good.
Is it?
Yeah, it's literally the one they use for WCS.
Oh, cool.
Let's have a look.
Well, Absurd, you're gonna make the games then, right? Because I don't know how to put those mods on.
Oh, this is it's in your options. It actually is in the core SE2.
Well, where? I don't know. I can't visualize it when someone just says something.
Go to your options, go to gameplay, and in the bottom right-hand corner, there's the observer interface, and it'll show up as WCS 2.2 in the dropdown.
Yeah.
Where,
Well, the thing is, I
where
have
it in
my overlay
gameplay?
has my
Oh, WCS 2.2.
my latest
Cool.
subs and donations and stuff. So
Oh.
I'll have to update it and use the better updated interface that you recommend. Clash Industries. Frozen Echo, no, I didn't make my current overlay because one of my awesome designer friends made it for me. I just edited it so that I could duplicate it for this overlay, this out of game one with the chat, and then this one is the one my friend made. So. But I made all the other overlays. Roller Jugs are they're not that good. my designer friend Jules, or she goes by Feral Zone, and she's freaking amazing at design. So, alright, guys, let's get this bracket started, shall we?
Cool. What games do we watch?
Let's watch.
Dude,
idea
I want
what
to
the
watch
bracket
Vagrant
looks like.
Stories. We gotta get Vagrant's games. Vagrant. Hold up. I got it.
Sweet.
I guess it's decided then. I'm pretty excited about Vagrant's play. He's been showing me replays for weeks.
Has he?
Jesus.
So you're familiar with these
Yeah.
play stuff?
So it's a best of 3?
Yeah, BO3 all round.
Okay.
Yay!
Three right till the finals.
Yeah. So Vagrant gave us the okay.
Yeah, that's good. What race is Vagrant?
Terran.
He's Terran.
No wonder, no wonder Absurd wants to watch.
Everyone in chat's going to hate this after they're done, and I'm going to be laughing gleefully.
Dude, this is what entertainment. Vagrant is entertaining. To say the least. Apple's not even here yet? Oh, dang it.
Okay, let's Cold Zero and Crazy, I reckon.
Alright.
Yeah. Can't take too long.
Wow. That hurts.
Sorry, Crazy, he's Diamond.
True.
I did beat you with Mass Vikings.
Are you already in game or no?
Don't remind me.
Crazy?
Yes. What do you need?
Just
No,
invite
they
us. What? Oh.
Oops.
Cool.
Crazy, you
Alright,
need to
guys.
leave our chat room.
Let's go in
No,
our
I'll do it,
custom
alright.
channel.
I'll move us, don't worry. Yo, okay. Good to go.
Alright, players are just vetoing their maps, guys, and we're going to get into this first series of the day, Bay Cup Tournament. It's getting exciting.
Ooh, Cold Zero doesn't want to play on Expedition Lost.
Yep, he's already vetoed the Expedition, first veto.
Interesting.
Yeah, he's afraid of the drops on his natural. There's lots of space there.
Cold Zero, what race does Cold Zero play? Better be Zerg.
Pretty sure he plays Protoss.
Damn it!
There's only like 2 Zergs in the whole tournament.
Why are all these non-Zerg players watching my stream? Like you guys.
Do we
I'm
really
the only
want to
Zerg
answer that
here.
question? Am I
Guys
going
just wanna
actually
learn how to
from
beat
watching
me.
you? I won't lie. Exactly, yeah.
It's entertaining to watch metas all day. This trading.
It used to be Swarm Host, but they nerfed it to Oblivion.
Did you see the new Stormhost changes?
I haven't used
Dude,
it
for
yet.
LOTV? Oh my gosh, they're so cool. It's funny watching Swarm
have
Host Burrow move.
They have permanent flying locusts as well, don't they? No upgrade required now.
Yep.
Sometimes I think
2
that's
movement
better
speed
not to get
underground.
the flying locusts. Because
Well,
they don't attack while they're moving. So Thor's
Not in
turrets,
the air, they can attack in
Vikings,
the air.
all that kill the locusts before they even hit the ground.
well, yeah, that's why you attack you attack the first thing that's on the ground, so that way they can hit the ground as soon as possible.
Yeah, the Vikings are always out in front of that, though. But they're still pretty
not
bad.
always, but
I
yeah,
think
that's if they're the Vikings in the right position at the same time. Yeah.
Ice Addict agrees with me. Thanks, Ice Addict. Gotta get some people backing me up on this.
I'm gonna switch to Zerg and just play Mass Wormhosts now.
You gonna show me the wrong? Prove me wrong?
Yeah. I'll get gold. It'll be awesome.
Nice. Smash Online, I'm casting with a third, and the other person in our lobby is Joiyt, who's our observer / admin. What's up, the Terran girl? How you been? Yeah, haven't won a game since the Swarm host changed. Says it all. It does. Ice Addict, it does.
We need Jeopardy sounds for this. Do 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 do.
Alright. Looks like the first map is going to be played out in Vanny Research Station.
I don't even know what race Bo was gonna play.
We'll see right now.
He's playing the Zerg.
One of them is Zerg!
On my screen, I have Crazy as Jaedong and Cold Zero as Bomber.
Wait, how?
J-Dog and Bummer.
I have cool little mods.
Damn. Are you streaming
It's
this episode?
No.
You
I
should be.
probably could, I guess.
That way everyone can see a good interface. What's
But
up,
then they have to
Unfurl?
look at my face.
You don't have to put your webcam on if you don't want to.
Thanks for the support. Right?
But I'm sure people would love to look at your beautiful face.
There we go. Fishing for compliments like a boss.
Alright. Ready whenever you are, Liv.
Alright, let's get into this, into the countdown. Iris Blade asks, when is the next sub-tournament? That's yet to be decided, Iris Blade. Trying to have one every month. But I'll be traveling soon, so it's gonna totally mess up my schedule again. In 1 week's time, actually. 1 week hype. Oh my god, my
Yay!
game. Replay.
Livy B takes back America.
Guys. Game captures all crazy. Like a boss.
Whoa! All the green.
That's my monitor captures. You guys know what's going on now.
Behind the scenes.
Never unseen.
Obs is bugging out.
That's a perfect time for it to happen.
Yep.
Oh.
Okay. Like a boss.
Are you still bugging out?
Nah, I'm good now. We're into it. Guys, we've got this going. It's happening. And in the top middle of any research station, we have the purple Zerg player. Goes by Boba Fett, but really, it's Crazy JRB.
And in the bottom middle, opposing him in the blue, it's going to be a nice Protoss matching colors there because that's what I'm into. It is Cold Zero.
Yeah, he likes the color of the minerals. Makes it lucky so that he's never short of minerals in his games.
Yeah, he's probably really greedy.
Which is probably good news for any Zerg player. A greedy Protoss player is what you want. When they do that all-in stuff, it gets a little pear-shaped.
Turns upside down on its head.
Yeah.
I wish I could just build a bunch of stalkers, get some blink, couple guardian shields, go all in.
Gotta give a huge shout out to Iris Blade for just subscribing to the Beehive. Welcome, Iris Blade. Welcome. Many bee donuts shall go your way, hopefully. Live long and bee donut. Alright, well, it's interesting that Crazy's doing the drone scout, and he's getting a really early gas. So, if we're talking about macro, Crazy's not going that direction. He's going for some pretty early aggression.
Seems like it'll probably get that speed out.
Yep. He's
Getting
also
that map
mined.
control shut down any.
Yeah, he's mined a perfect 100 gas as well behind this. So it's really on top of that drone mining, making sure he doesn't have to mine any more than he doesn't need to. But this seems like a more of an economical speedling opening, where he's taking his natural, and he's probably just going to apply a little bit of pressure with a couple of Zerglings.
Definitely so. We have a nice like tight wall here for Cold Zero. Got that Zealot in there, and he's actually trapped a drone. Not really sure what that drone's going to do in there other than get some information on the gas timing, but we'll see what he wants to do with that. I'd love if he just built a hatchery in that base. Started to mess with Cold Zero a little bit.
Yeah, proxied the hatch, even in the main, because the natural's been taken, but there's still there's a very open main where he can actually place a hatchery down. Maybe force the Zealot off from the wall off, and then allow his Zerglings to sneak on through.
Yeah, that would be awesome. I really wish he had stolen the gas there, though. That would have really slowed down anything that's coming out of Cold Zero there. And he really also needs to move that Overlord because it's eventually going to get shot down. I've tried to tell him about these Overlord positionings. Apparently he's not listening to me yet.
He just wants to make sure that his opponent's still mining gas, and there's nothing too crazy going on. But as soon as the Stalker pops out, the Overlord will no longer be able to do that.
Yeah, he'll probably scoot and boot right out the back there.
Right, well, speed is halfway complete now, but it doesn't look like Crazy's going to do anything too crazy with that just yet. He's only got 3 lings out on the map, and he's making quite a few drones behind it.
Yeah, we just see Warp Gate coming up. Neither player really telling us what they want to do yet. There's another couple gateways going down there for Cold Zero, though, so that might give us a little tell that maybe a Sand Gate is coming. Maybe he adds on one more. It's time with that.
Oh, it looks like it's just going to be a 3-gate into a Forge. Wants to probably get some upgrades going, and possibly throw on some later tech, either a Stargate or a Robo Bay behind this. So you could even apply some 3-gate pressure with it, but it's definitely not as strong as the 4-gate pressure.
Definitely not, but it'll do well to throw Crazy off this game a little bit, at least. I'd like to see a Robo, though, to get some drops going in the natural there for Crazy, because it is so easy just to warp in units there. We do have a third going down there for Crazy, though. He's going to macro up, knows that nothing too crazy is headed his way. I don't know how many times we're going to say Crazy today, but
it's got to be said at least 10 times. Otherwise, we're not doing his name justice.
You're so right. That would just be crazy now, wouldn't it?
Oh, it's absolutely crazy.
Where's our trooper when we need him?
Alright, well, it looks like Crazy. He's going up to 3 base, but he's a little undersaturated on his bases. He made a really fast lair, so it'll be interesting to see what he wants to do with this tech. Maybe he's going to go into a really fast Spire to impress the Beehive.
That would be my guess, but he hasn't taken the 3rd and 4th gas on his natural there yet. So it's going to be a little delayed if he decides to go on that. Not going to have quite the mutila's count that he wants.
Alright, Cold Zero is he's being a little overzealous with these Zerglings there. Lost quite a few of them just to damage a couple of shields on the Zealot and a little bit on the Sentry. But he did get to scout that Cold Zero is taking a 3rd. So he has one of 2 options behind this. He could either drone harder than his Protoss opponent, or look to do a timing. And he's making 4 additional lings and a couple of roaches. So possibly he's looking to put on a little bit of pressure.
Oh, the lag spikes. I wonder if that's me. I hope not. But we do have +1's about to finish, so with these other 3 gates coming up, I think that's when Cold Zero is going to start to be aggressive. He's going to hit his +1 timing there. He's already warping in more stalkers, and he's not going to put drones on the 3rd just quite yet. And it looks like Crazy doesn't really have the unit count that he wants for that. Is adding a couple more roaches. There's 4 more on the way. But the main base for him is only at 8 saturation on drones there. The naturals on 13. The ejects have been missed.
Yep.
I wish you could hear me right now.
You're Crazy's personal coach, are you upset?
More like I troll him with really silly builds. But I do have it in my mind to get him to plat. He wants to get diamond, but I want to keep reasonable expectations at first.
Yeah, well, it looks like Coulter is the one that's looking to push out right now. He's going across the map with a few stalkers and a couple of sentries with his mothership core, just to feign some pressure, which he could actually recall home anytime. So this is definitely not a very hard commitment by any chance from Cold Zero, but he definitely wants to stall any production that Crazy has going on.
It's definitely true. We do see the stalkers engaging now. There doesn't seem to be enough roaches, and there's plenty of force fields there, so he's just going to kite around because those stalkers have more range than roaches, so you can kite them all day long if you really want to.
That is so painful to watch as a Zerg player. Those force fields zoning out more than half of the roaches, the queens. The time warp was beautiful. Cold Zero is playing this absolutely perfect. There's even a proxy pylon warping in more from the left-hand side of the map. And the Guardian Shield is just doing wonders, and this 3rd is looking a very high possibility to die.
Oh, it's definitely going to die. And so are those roaches that are popping out of it. And hopefully these drones will get away, but I don't know if he even has the larvae to defend against this. He needs to get those roaches back in his base, set up a concave at the top of this ramp, but here come those stalkers. They are +1 versus these 0 upgraded these roaches. I don't know if he's going to be able to hold on to this one.
And the kiting from Cold Zero is fabulous. He's maximizing his damage. He's minimizing his intake of damage, and he's just doing so much economical damage to Crazy right now. That beautiful time warp once again. Cold Zero is no stranger to these time warps. He places them like a god.
He's going to have some time warp PTSD after this game for sure. Oh, and the blink is finished too. I didn't even notice that was happening, so he probably shouldn't lose any more of these stalkers for the rest of this game. And there are spine crawlers coming up, but that's a little too little too late, I think. We're probably going to see a GG here pretty shortly, and here come the drones with the drone
desperation drone pool.
He could just blink away. Oh man, those stalkers are pretty good. GG.
Cold Zero taking game number 1 on the Vanny Research Station. Very well played by Cold Zero. He didn't overcommit. He had an escape plan. He had his mothership core with a lot of energy to recall if he needed to. And his micro in that engagement was perfect.
It really was. He only lost a couple stalkers that whole game. It's looking really good. His APM was over 230 that game. Maybe he'll get Masters this season.
Yeah, that's a very high APM for a Protoss player. That's even high APM like for double. A Zerg player.
Indeed. Well, what do we have for map 2?
I think it's going to be either Coda, or Echo. It's going to be Crazy's map choice though.
As a Zerg, which would you rather play?
Probably. Let me have a look.
I feel like you're going to say Echo. Oh wait, I'm thinking of...
Coda or Echo, they're kind of equal to me in my eyes. And I can't look at the map preferences to look at the differentiation, so I'm going to go off a whim and say Coda.
That's my favorite map in the map pool right now.
Is it?
I really like that one.
Oh, that's cool.
I'm still missing Overgrowth though. Keep watching Korean matches. They're still playing King Sejong, and I'm really, really jealous.
King Sejong, yeah, that map wasn't too bad actually. I didn't like it at first, but then in the end, I actually didn't mind it.
Mostly, I just proxied my tech next to the base on that one, and would just put siege tanks on people's, like, and elevator them into the main, and then I would go siege on the natural where the rocks are, because you can hit the natural base with siege tanks. I lost many a game doing that, but it was so much fun.
Alright, gotta enter this lobby. Looks like Coda is gonna be the map of choice here for Crazy. The choice that I made. Respect, respect.
Yeah, you just got some brownie points. Might as well be mod now.
Rumsey, yes, I'm hoping to. The roof is on fire. Let's get into this. Ready, guys?
That's still stuck in your head from yesterday.
Oh, is that? Oh, someone requested. Mighty Eskimo Q requested it again today.
Absurd hates Mighty Eskimo's music.
I
Oh,
don't.
really?
We have really similar music tastes.
You skip like every one of his songs,
I
or
skipped
delete them.
2 of his songs yesterday. It's because it was rap.
Yeah, Red Bull Atlanta was like really good, like the best event I've ever been to, I have to say. Let's get into this countdown. Countdown has commenced. I do indeed want to stream that Frank Legend. I'm waiting for that. Gotta make sure that Milk and Cookies don't play with that without us casting it.
I would be very upset if he played without us.
Hopefully he's listening. Don't start the game without us, Milk and Cookies.
Yeah, this map is much easier for you to get a third on.
It's also
For some
very
reason, I was
open,
thinking
though.
this was the 4-player map.
I think that's Echo, isn't it?
Iron Fortress is the one I was thinking of.
Oh. Yeah, that one's big. That's a big map. Anyway, without further delay, we have in the bottom right-hand corner of Coda LE, the ladder edition. It is the Zerg player who's down one map, but put up a valiant effort. Crazy JRB.
And in the top left-hand corner, he's definitely not singing the blues after that last game, but still wearing blue. It is Cold Zero.
For the void.
I never would say that.
Well,
I do really enjoy playing Protoss, though.
Oh yeah, me too actually. It's my second favorite race to play. Sorry, Absurd, because I don't like Terran that much.
No, that just makes me happier to play Terran.
See, he chooses blue because it suits his name. Blue represents cold, and his name's Cold
Yeah.
Zero. It only makes sense. If he was wearing red, it would just confuse everyone and make many people upset. He's a people's person.
It's quite the
Cold Zero.
anachronism.
Alright. This Overlord. It's making its way across map.
Yeah, we're just slowly doing his job. You know, the probe's gonna see it, so he knows it's coming, but no surprises there. Did you get your red shirt in H1Z1 yet?
No.
By the way?
No, I didn't.
Oh, man. I haven't played that game in like a week and a half, 2 weeks, I think. We never play anymore.
Yeah, I
I
mean,
wish
it's
those could
really
get that
hard
for
to
you.
stream, especially when my internet connection last week, it was really bad.
Yeah, it really was. It's perfectly okay though. Do you see a pool first coming down? The hatchery's going up at the moment as
Oh
well.
no, it's 1 pixel off! Don't do it! No!
No!
The hatchery,
maybe
I
he
feel
will
so
notice.
sad. I'm crying on the inside, so is the hatchery.
Did Zerg have tier lands? Is that one of their upgrades?
No, it happens at spawn. Very emotional characters as the Zerg.
Are they? I think of them as a bloodlusting horde of nasty insects. I don't even think drones have eyes.
Of course they do. They're just really small. See?
I'm looking for them right now.
Next to the pincers.
Oh, yeah, those could be eyes.
Could be. Definitely.
Given what I've seen on the forum, they're definitely tier ducks though. After that swarm host change.
Yep. They cry every night about their swarm hosts. Because the swarm was significantly weakened that day. Significantly.
Indeed. As the great Naniwa once said, anyone who can build swarm hosts can get GM. I'm sorry, that was uncalled for.
Well, speed has started for Crazy, and he's still mining gas behind this. So I'll be interested to see what he's gonna do with the further income of gas.
Yeah, there's a little bit of a... Yeah, it's probably going to be for upgrades. I imagine he's probably going to do the same thing he did last game because it was so effective. With all the stalkers and whatnot. We do see an earlier Roach Warren coming down this game, though, for Crazy.
Yeah.
Wants to be defensive. Doesn't want to get the sand gate to run him over because we do have a couple additional gates coming up, but probably just to make that tight wall.
And what I find really interesting is this proxy pylon placement down at the bottom of the map. Is that for hidden tech? I know a lot of Protoss players love to hide tech down in this corner of the map. Or it could just be used for a proxy pylon.
Yeah, it could be either. I'm hoping it's a Stargate. I love Stargate units. Serious, the Phoenix is my favorite unit in the entire game.
And if used correctly, it can do so much damage.
It really does. Clears out all of the Overlord vision. You make spores. You can kill queens with them too. Such a fantastic way to open up. Does take a lot of APM to play with though. It's one of the higher skill caps for Protoss there.
Yeah, and that's why it's such a respectable unit. It's not an A-move
Exactly.
unit, you know?
We'll stay away from my opinions on Protoss A-move. I get pretty freaking salty.
Well, it looks like Art Troop is back in the
Mostly
chat.
because I A-move my... Oh, is he? We'll have to give him some bad puns. It's
be
our
very
homage
proud.
to our trooper.
You'll be proud of us.
Not Blurb, the Overlord.
Blurb the
Oh,
Overlord.
man. It's just
Alright.
sad to see. Well, we do have a bunch of sentries banking up energy right now, and the stalkers are being warped in, so I think that he's probably going to push out pretty soon. There's no forge up yet, though, and he's taking a fourth gas, so... Yeah, there we go. There's the third base. Probably just defensive, because he did see the Roach Warren there. Wants to zone out any roaches that are attacking.
Yeah, I mean, Cold Zero, you can tell that his playstyle really is orientated around that macro play. So he feels most comfortable with going up to 3 bases. And he's proven that he can execute that quite well. He's scouted that his opponent, though, hasn't taken a 3rd base. So he's probably going to be a little bit skeptical about probing up his 3rd base.
It's definitely true. I'm pretty confused as to what's going down in Crazy Space, though, because we do have 4 gas geysers having been taken, and it looks like it will be for Aspire on 2 bases, but we have some upgrades coming out. There's 2 evolution chambers, but on 2 bases, you're probably only ever going to take 1 upgrade. Is that true? If you're doing a 2-base all-in,
Well, it looks like Crazy. He's using both his Evo chambers here. So, he looks like he definitely wants to get the double upgrades going. He has scouted this proxy pylon. He's going to clean that up immediately. Cold Zero is not really using it currently. He's pushing across the map though with 4 Stalkers and 7 Sentries and 1 Zealot. So it looks like he can potentially do a lot of damage here.
yeah, he definitely can push up. There are a couple spine crawlers, but there's not a lot of roaches or lings there. The lings are actually really far out of position, and he's going to be supply blocked when that dies. He's not going to be able to reinforce anymore. He's got to get some overlords producing, but he just used all of his larvae on roaches.
Yeah.
He's got 8 more roaches on the way, and he's completely supply blocked.
Yeah, this is pretty painful here for Crazy. I mean, Cold Zero's got to think twice before engaging up that ramp, because there is spine crawlers, there are roaches, and he can't be certain of how many roaches there are, because, well, he hasn't scouted for a while, and some could have spawned from the eggs. But he wants to throw down a proxy pylon and wait for reinforcement before he actually engages, which I think is a very smart idea.
Definitely is. He doesn't want to lose all those really expensive sentries for no reason. Spots that there still isn't a 3rd base, so he might be expecting you to. Oh, great job by Crazy though to get that proxy pylon. He's gonna kill the pylon. Come on. Doesn't get the deny. Oh, did you like that little?
I like the force field.
Fancy.
Yeah, that was pretty fancy moves there from Cold Zero. Whether or not
Yeah,
Crazy had
quite
actually
cute.
dedicated to killing that pylon, it wouldn't have gone down. But these force fields from Cold Zero, oh my god, trapping
Absolutely perfect.
half of the army outside, and even further trapping them inside, so that they're all on the Crazy AI, not doing any damage, and pretty much getting taken out for free. That was such a good engagement there from Cold Zero.
It really was. I'm not even sure he lost a unit during that engagement. And he's just going to walk away, looks like. Wait for some more warp-ins. Does have +1. Pretty close to finishing. He's got some Immortals on the way, as well as Blink. So he's trying to wait for those to finish. He is going to lose that gateway, though. But there aren't really many more Lings to follow up on that aggression. So at the front door, he could probably just attack with his probes and defend that.
Yeah, a couple
Still
of probes
just
are going
posturing
down
here at
though.
the front.
That's quite nice there for Crazy. But Cold Zero can afford to lose a
really
couple of probes. He's got so many of them on 3 base. Losing a couple isn't that big of a deal for Cold Zero.
Yeah, he was 30 drones up there. But here comes the end of days for Crazy. It looks like there's way too many Stalkers here. Blink is finished, +1 is finished, and there's still plenty of Force Fields and Guardian Shields to keep this going. He's got another Time Warp available as well. He's picking off these roaches. A couple of them aren't fighting right now.
And it's so interesting because Crazy, he got his +1 melee and carapace upgrades, but he's making no Zerglings. I mean, the +1 carapace does benefit the roaches as well, but unfortunately without those Zerglings, he's not maximizing the potential of them. Swift 2-0 victory goes to Cold Zero, so big congratulations to Cold Zero, advancing forward in the bracket. And Crazy JRB put up a valiant effort. It was valiantly fought, and we commend your efforts in those games.
Yeah, he's doing pretty good.
He's
man.
now eliminated from the Bay Cup, but his participation was noted and appreciated. Well played,
He's
Crazy.
not been eliminated from our hearts, for sure.
Oh no, definitely not.
So
Alright.
I think that we're watching Milk and Cookies next, right?
Oh, hopefully.
Well, Perfect Play isn't here.
Oh,
He was in
no!
chat earlier.
Yeah, I think he was, yeah.
Probably it's not here.
He's online. Hold on.
Alright. Well, that gives me enough time to get a drink then. Guys, I'll be right
Sounds
back. Stick around. We're going to have Milk and Cookies first Perfect Play. Hopefully, when we return from this short break.
Waving like you don't care. Come on, party people. Everybody say ho. Come on, party people. Everybody, here we go. Come on, party people. Throw your hands in the air. Come on, party people.
Alrighty.
Definitely not with your
I
graphics
have
card anyways.
returned. Thank you guys for sticking around.
You're welcome.
Yeah. You're welcome. Thanks, Joiyt.
Olivia, will you leave that party?
Oh yeah.
No, she wants to stay at one party. She's not a party hopper.
Go play bar golf? Sounds like fun.
Got a glass of
She's
water.
more of a pub crawler kind of girl.
Alright.
Have you ever done a pub crawl, Liv?
I have not.
Oh, you need to get on that.
They're really fun. Just one night. I did like 9 bars. Ugh.
Damn.
When I was in college, my friends and I couldn't stay at more or one bar for more than like an hour. We would just roam.
I took a shot of tequila at each bar. It was sick.
That sounds like a bad night to me.
It was fucking amazing. Everyone has different reactions to tequila. Mine's the best.
Olivia, you're now host.
Sweet.
Dang, she went from party hopper to party host just like that.
Get the promotions. Easy, yo.
GM KR coming in.
That's what beauty does for you.
Or
I'm so materialistic.
This game is getting down in the
no,
countdown.
it's shallow, not materialistic.
Fair enough.
Let's do it.
Map of choice is going to be Echo LE ZVZ. This guy's
The all
preparing
rhyme dude?
themselves.
How excited are you to watch two Zerg players duke it out right now?
Ooh.
Alright. ZVZ Echo. I'm pretty excited. I'm pretty excited, Absurd. How excited are you?
I just hope that I see Mutalisks. It's the best I can ask for.
Mutaverse Muta or Mutaverse Roach?
Muta versus Roach. Those
Okay.
games always get really scrappy.
Some crazy things can happen in Mutaverse Roach, and that's why I like it.
I think we've hit our quota of 10 today.
Does that mean we're not allowed to say it anymore?
We need to find synonyms.
Okay, that's fair.
But you can't use absurd because that's a synonym.
That's true. Alright, in the top left-hand corner of Echo, the ladder edition, we have the ridiculously awesome chef. In the purple, it is Milk and Cookies.
And in the bottom right-hand corner, in the red, hoping to live up to his own name, it is Perfect Play. He's got a little, like, half snowflake icon next to his face.
Yeah,
Kind of. Is that what that is?
it's like yeah, it's half a snowflake. I think that's quite abstract.
Yeah. It's definitely a unique and special snowflake.
And this cookies with a little chef hat is absolutely adorable. Only Milk
But that's
and
actually a
Cookies would have that.
self-portrait.
Yeah, as I think it should be.
Oh, we're gonna get to watch the high five here in the center of the map.
Oh, they
Oh,
might
they're
not.
gonna-
They
they're
might
taking different
not
scouting paths.
connect, but they definitely see each other, and they're like, "Hey, bro, what's up? Hard day, as living the life of the Overlord." He's like, "Yeah, tell me about it." And then they continue on their journeys.
They're just hoping they see something cool and make it out alive.
Perfect
Oh, that's
play.
a pretty fast expansion.
Yeah, he did take a spawning pool behind it though. The differentiation here is that Milk and Cookies actually decided to go for the gas earlier. than Perfect Play did. And Perfect Play's only just starting his gas now, while Milk and Cookies, he's already mined about 60 gas. So Milk and Cookies, he does have that really small time window where he can have banelings sooner than his opponent. We'll see if he chooses to utilize that into the mid game.
He probably will. I doubt that he's just going to get speed and not go into banelings, but one can hope, right? I just don't want either player to die during the Ling Bane. Yeah, they're actually really exciting. It's one of the more exciting parts of StarCraft.
They are exciting because it does. It's very micro intensive, and really, it's such a volatile matchup just because the Baneling unit can change the game so drastically. I remember my biggest Baneling hit ever was 30 Zerglings.
What? I still haven't even gotten a Widow Mine with that many hits.
30 Zerglings, 1 Baneling. I have it as a highlight on my YouTube channel.
I'm gonna watch that later today.
It was epic.
I bet. I had 54 Zerglings go down to 2 mines once, but that's not quite as good as a 1 Baneling.
Oh wow, those 2 Widow Mines. That brings pain to my soul.
Oh, it should. I lost that game, though.
Well,
I don't want to talk about
it. Alright, we'll move on then. Milk and Cookies has actually skipped the Baneling Nest, as we had discussed. When Perfect Play, he's getting his Baneling Nest and a Spine Crawler just to be safe. It's Perfect Play, he doesn't want to take any chances in Milk and Cookies' next engagement. He probably knows that Milk and Cookies is probably going to do some sort of Speedling aggression, which in fact he is going to be doing that.
Man, here they come now. They're going to deny that Spine Crawler, but there's a good tight wall on the ramp. But that hatchery might go down there. There aren't any Banelings ready, and you can't fight with those Zergling numbers.
Yeah, especially since his Zerglings have no speed, opposed to Milk and Cookies' Zerglings with speed. This hatchery is getting so low in the health, it's already in the red, and so many Zerglings, they just focus it down, that hatchery is definitely going to fall.
Yeah, but that Baneling is done. They're going to push those Zerglings out pretty fast.
We got that one Baneling! So close.
If only they could walk through Zerglings.
That'd be nice. Oh, the one Baneling detonates on just one Ling. Beautifully played by Milk and Cookies, sending that one Zergling forward before the rest of his army.
He just runs by, he's targeting down the Baneling nest there for a second. He's going to kill the queen, even though it's tucked in a nice spot. He might have overcommitted, though. It looks like he loses all of his lings for the trouble there. Really only got 1 queen for it.
Yeah, and that's unfortunate.
I think if he had just focused down that hatchery, it would have been dead. He danced around it a little too much.
He did dance around it, but behind this, Milk and Cookies does come out a little bit further ahead, taking in regard that his natural is almost half saturated, while Perfect Play's natural has 0 drones at it.
It's very, very true. But Perfect Play does have a much bigger army right now. He could be aggressive right now. Don't think he knows that there aren't Banelings out on the map. We do see the Baneling nest get canceled and rebuilt and milk space. Oh, into a Roach Warren, actually. Just going to go straight into Roaches.
Yeah, and
I guess my
knowing
prediction
that,
of his play is pretty perfect.
Well, Milk and Cookies, he knows that his opponent has Banelings. He knows he's probably going to build a Spine Crawler behind this because he tried to build the Spine Crawler initially, and his hatchery is now very low in health, so any follow-up attack could cause this natural hatchery to fall. Perfect Play has to take all safety precautions to make sure that this doesn't happen. And he could overcommit in defense because of it.
It's definitely true. And we do see him knocking on that front door there. Just 1 queen pecking away. He's going to be able to kill these evolution chambers because there's no way that Milk can kill all those Zerglings. Let's just hope those Banelings don't go off.
He does have 6 Roaches in production though. And if these 6 Roaches can come out just in time to soak up the Baneling damage, then he can clean up the rest with... Oh no, that Baneling hit was absolutely superb.
The Baneling hits were... They were so fat and juicy.
They were.
And these Roaches get immediately surrounded.
These Zerglings are doing so much damage now. This is so unfortunate for Milk and Cookies. His queens have picked off. He's got one final inject before the roaches popped out and the zerglings were cleaned up in the main. But there's just so many zerglings and banelings in the main for Milk and Cookies. It's natural, and there's not really much he can do to stop it. He's so far behind in economy after that aggression from Perfect Play.
Definitely is, but he does have these roaches, and he's going to have to... Looks like he's going to try and be aggressive with it. He doesn't have a roach warren anymore because that was killed. So these are all the roaches he has for the next couple minutes. And it doesn't look like he intends to add on any more tech.
Yeah, and I think this is a really interesting tech choice from Perfect Plays. He's taking a Roach Warren, double Evo Chambers, and a Spire. He wants the rainbow of all tech parts, it seems like.
He just wants to be prepared. He's a good Boy Scout. And that, I do know my Boy Scout motto. We're not going to go into that.
Be prepared.
Yeah, that's what it is.
It's a good motto to have in life and in StarCraft, I suppose.
Definitely is. Definitely is. I like to be defensive. I like to build missile turrets even if I don't see anything that would imply that I need missile turrets.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea. I mean, scouting is hard, considering there's a lot of creep spread that Zerg can place their tech units on, tech structures rather. And if you don't scan in the correct place, you'll miss it. And also, I find that Terrans also very greedy with their scans. They don't really want to burn them excessively, which is fair enough because mules, they provide a lot of income.
Mules? Yeah. When we have a Terran game, I'll talk about my mule thoughts. I have very complex mule thoughts.
Oh, very
I
complex.
hate using scans, though.
Yeah.
They
Well,
are.
if you can avoid it, then it's probably
they're
best. Oh my god,
yeah.
the muters are out.
It just... But the Nidus is up. Oh! Never
Milk
mind.
and Cookies taps out. He sees the muters and he's like, GG. Because one thing that muters can do is clear out all the overlords in nearby bases. And that would be unfortunate for Milk and Cookies trying to place a Nidus down with those overlord vision. And he really just didn't have enough to stop that third base. So it was very
He definitely
quite
didn't.
difficult.
And he didn't have any defense ready for the Mutalisk either, so that was checkmate.
Checkmate, well played. But the 8 PM from Milk and Cookies is quite good. Don't worry, guys. That was only game 1 of this best of 3 series, so Milk and Cookies still has a chance to recover from this.
I believe he's definitely going to win this game too.
What's up, Lovey Bee Slayer? How you doing? Hey, Death Corp. Gilded Rat's in the house. How you doing, Gilded Rat? I have Absurd casting, co-casting with me, and Joiyt's doing the Obsing and the adminning. Milk and Cookies is cooking up something good.
He's stewing over his last game, making sure he doesn't make the same mistakes.
It was a very back and forth game though, I must say. It was looking like it was going to be either player's game to take, really.
It really was. It all came down to those Baneling hits, though. Really, those are some juicy Baneling shots. There were also about 10 Banelings made, though. It's hard to avoid losing a bunch of wings to 10 Banelings.
It's a Thunder
I like to
God
think of it
Odin.
in terms of rugby.
In terms of rugby,
Do you know anything about rugby?
I do not.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie and say I do. I have no
Rugby
idea.
is one of the coolest sports ever. Better than
Yeah.
football, American football.
It's not fun when you play in college and everyone who plays was like didn't get onto the football team, so they still tackle like they wear pads. I was hit in the head so many times, like head to head by people tackling me.
Damn.
But the
Yeah,
Bengals
rugby
are
is
like
so entertaining.
they just push forward. I should not be party host. This is why we can't have nice things, guys. You are currently waiting on me.
These guys, they're just planning out the strategies. You know? Trying their best to think of how they can pull through with a win. Especially with Milk and Cookies this game, because he's one game behind and he doesn't want to go down without a fight.
It's for all the cookies. For him. It's match point. Perfect Play is playing Terran this game.
Oh my gosh.
Terran's good. He made me play Zerg against him one day. It was not fun.
Alright. Milk and Cookies just wants 1 minute and then he's gonna ready to play.
So do you think Milk is going to go for the same early speedling aggression?
If not an early speedling aggression, it might be a roach aggression. He really does like early aggressive play. I think it's one of his strong points, actually.
Definitely
right, let's
does.
do this. To the countdown we go.
We're going on an expedition.
We're gonna get lost.
Gonna get lost.
I'm Boy Scout.
On
We're not lost. You
Expedition
just don't have a
Lost.
compass.
Definitely need a compass, especially if you're playing H1Z1. Thank
I
you
didn't
so
realize
much.
there was a compass.
One mailman, thank you so much for the 2s. Good morning, B, Absurd, Joiyt, nice to see ya. This is gonna be fun. Yes, it is. One mailman, yes, it is.
Hell yeah, one mailman.
Alright. Spawning down here in the bottom left-hand corner of Expedition Lost. Ladder Edition. It is the purple Zerg player. The little cookie with a chef hat. It is Le Chef, Milk and Cookies.
Le Chef. And in the top right-hand corner, making me proud by switching to Terran. Wearing the red shorts. It is perfect play.
If we play with half that snowflake, we have to ask him what the half that snowflake means. I mean, obviously he's from his clan ACBRL, but ACBRL, what does that mean?
I've been mulling that over for quite a while. Every time I see it when I open up my friends list. You know, maybe it's like because he's a unique and special snowflake that he did not want to look like other snowflakes. Even the
true.
half snowflakes are special.
Well, no two snowflakes are the same.
Is that actually a truism, or is that just a saying? Like, is this scientifically proven that they can't form the same way? I wouldn't doubt it.
I don't. Yeah, well, it's formed by nature, and apparently all things in nature never formed the same. But who knows? There has been anomalies and miraculous things happen before.
This is true.
Alright, 15
There are
patch going
statistical
down.
odds that you can be... We're about to get really, really meta right now.
We'll have to see if Perfect Play's Terran is as good as his Zerg play. Or as perfect as his Zerg play. Hey?
Hey. Well done. We're making Art proud already.
Hell yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Alright, he's opening up
That's
with
what's
that Reaver
important in
play.
life.
He's gonna get a good scout off.
Definitely is. I think that he's a 1 Reaper player. I played him. I always go 3 Reapers now,
3
but it really
Reapers.
slows down my Hellions. Oh man, I kill Queens all day long. I love 3 Reapers.
I mean, if you can
The only
micro
problem
them,
is
then why not?
Well, there are those games where I just like feed all of my Reapers, but this game is not about me, it's about perfect play, and he's actually good at this game, so he is taking a second Reaper. Can I go ahead and throw down that expansion at the same time? And speed should be started up here shortly for Milk as well.
Well, thank you so much for the $6.66 donation, Domian. Really appreciate it. Glad that you're back from work. Freedom!
The triple luck on that, too.
Yeah. Also provided by the Illuminati. Milk and Cookies, he wants to be safe. He's making 6 Zerglings against the Reapers. Yeah, usually you can get by with just 4. Some people do it with 2, but I think those guys are crazy. 4 is safe, but 6 is even safer.
Yeah, I don't know how you could get away with 2 when they're going multiple Reapers. I'm not sure that works. Milk does take 6 every time. I can confirm.
He's got both his queens out now to defend against these Reapers. Sending them both to the natural, which is quite interesting. Wants to just be sure that none of those Reapers get into his base to pick off any drones.
It's being extra cautious. It's going to go ahead and go up to 5 queens. That's his standard. And that's pretty good to defend against Hellions that are about to come out because that Reactor and Factory are both done. And we'll see if he's going to go for Cloak Banshees. It is only going to be 1 gas. So I'm guessing it's probably going to be dropped Hellions.
Yeah. Also getting a really early 3rd CC. So getting a very strong early economy is Perfect Play's main game here. Building a bunker at the front of his natural, just be safe from Milk and Cookies' early aggression, as he knows that Milk and Cookies likes to play that aggression early on, and that he did see that Milk and Cookies had 6 lings.
It's definitely true, and speed should be done, or is done now, so he'll be safe against any kind of speedling all-ins there at the front door. And we do see Stim being started, so it looks like he's going to follow up with Bio, which always makes me happy to see. I don't want to see any Hellbats or Thors this game.
Makes me happy as a Zerg player to see that as well, and I think equally as much so for Milk and Cookies. I do prefer that the Bio over the mech these days, as you are well aware.
When I play mech, it doesn't go well. Surprisingly.
Oh, don't worry,
we
you
do
should try
have
it
these
again.
Hellions poking at the front. Yeah, I just don't think it's as fun to play.
Huge thank you to One Mailman for the $7.70 donation. Good luck, all you guys and girls. Thank you, One Mailman. Appreciate the lucky numbers. 7 also very, very lucky, especially for my zodiac sign. I researched all into this.
Did you now? We'll have to talk about that during the next game. That'll be the first 5 minutes.
Well, Perfect Play, he's trying to dwindle down the HP of this 3rd hatchery here for Milk and Cookies. But Milk and Cookies, he's jumping the gun here. He's got 3 queens trying to guard the 3rd hatch. But it's leaving his natural quite exposed. Perfect Play can identify this, then he could abuse that. But the creep is spreading, the scans go down, and it looks like the game is going to go into the mid game without any further losses of anyone's units.
Yeah, he really likes transitioning into Bio pretty quickly. Only took 5 Hellions, so definitely not going to see any Hellbats or anything. He's got the extra engineering bay coming down, some more racks as well. See that +1/+1 start up immediately. You see the Bailey Nest coming up there for Milk and Cookies, so he'll be able to push back any early excessive amounts of Marines,
Well, the one thing that Milk and
which he won't
Cookies
have to deal with.
did scout with that Overlord is the Widow Mines, and knowing now that his opponent is going to go into that Widow Mines and the Bio, it could indicate that he needs to get Overlord speed. Something that's very, very handy when your opponent goes Widow Mines. But so far he's just focusing on saturating his 3rd base, which is definitely something Milk and Cookies should be going, as Perfect Play has gone very greedy with this double engineering bay, 3rd CC opening. And Perfect Play is just trying to...
It's true, he actually took a 3rd CC before his starport.
Yeah, very early.
which
in
is
the
something
game.
you'll never see me do.
It's a little risky if your opponent goes for a roach all in. But
Oh, yes.
Perfect Play is counting his lucky stars, and Milk Cookies hasn't gone for that roach baneling bust all in so far.
And you know, that was really risky. He didn't even get the scout off in the main for no roach warren. Must have just been,
Well, he did throw
as you
down the
said,
scan.
counting on the stars.
He threw down the scan in the
Oh.
main, but he didn't scan the natural, which is usually where you'd see the roach ones placed, actually, in my opinion, for the wall-offs for the Hellions. But he found the main sufficient enough information to continue going his bio route that he's heading down. Milk. Oh, Gilded Rat, thank you so much for the $22.22 donation. Go Milk and Cookies! Well, we can see already who the fan favorite is here, guys. Milk and Cookies, you better win.
Can't let us down.
Oh, there's the
So
scan
far, it
and the
looks like he's not at risk to let us down. He's got 9 meters on the way. He's getting his mid-game composition up. Probably going to take a 4th pretty soon as well. See that drone heading over there as I say that.
Yeah, and his creative spread isn't too bad at this stage of the game either. He could spread it a little further, but as it stands, he can see incoming attacks once they land on his creep, so he can morph banelings a sufficient amount of time to defend against any pushes from Perfect Play.
I really like the building placement here on the 3rd base. He's got that bunker with Marines in it, ready to attack those Mutalisks. Could have used a missile turret, though. I think he could have probably gotten more done there. Milk could have, that is.
Yeah, I agree with that. I mean, he didn't lose any mutas to the Marines in the bunker, so that is a positive thing for Milk and Cookies. He is supply blocked, though, and the other thing he did was turn around Perfect Play's army, which was looking to get aggressive, and he didn't have enough Ling Baneling to defend against it just yet. So stalling that for as long as possible is something definitely in Milk and Cookies' interest right now.
It's definitely true, and that's starting to be a pretty scary ball of units there. There's lots of Marines, couple Widow Mines, those Hellbats I didn't want to see. But that's why you keep the Hellions alive. Once you have Hellbats in the mid-game, it's really hard to get a good surround. They just clear off the wings when they flood in, absorb plenty of Baneling shots as well.
Oh, Milk and Cookies looks like he's going to clean it up, but there's still too many Marines for the mutas to engage. 3 mutas do go down in that last engagement. The Widow Mines, though, very importantly, did get cleaned up, so they're not of any threat to Milk and Cookies anymore at this stage. He cleaned that up quite nicely. His creep spread did get denied a little bit, which he could easily replace with some queens that he should have lying around somewhere. Yep, over here.
Yeah, he's definitely spreading a ton of creep doomers right now. Really wants to have that vision over towards his 4th base, just to see any southern pushes there from the Terran player. Getting the harassment done on the production there, just trying to kill Marines as they pop out, being annoying, and forcing the Terran army back into his own base. I can assure you that's really, really annoying to deal with. At the same time, though, I'm completely missing the Zergling attack that's happening at the 3rd base.
So many SCVs are going down to these speedlings, and actually Perfect Play supply is plummeting pretty fast. He doesn't actually have enough reinforcements to stop this sheer number of Zerglings and Mutalisks that are pressing on Perfect Play's 3rd. But Milk and Cookies playing the safe card. He's backing up for now. Looks like he wants to wait for his 24 reinforcement Zerglings. He's plus 2/2 upgrades on his Zerglings, and make some Banelings to fall back on.
Yeah, it was really good. I really like the double prong attack there from Milk and Cookies. It's going to fly right back into the main again. Rinse and repeat, kill these add-ons, really slow down the production of those Widow Mines, as well as the Marines.
Oh, Overseer looks like it's gonna fall though.
Reactors take a long time.
They sure do. Those medivacs as well, very costly, and going down as well in seconds to those Mutalisks. But the Mules have resaturated the 3rd base here for Perfect Play, but he taps out. GG, well played, is called, and Milk and Cookies. He ties up the series 1-1. You guys cheering for him has paid off, and he pulled through with a win.
That was really awesome to see. That was a great attack there on the third and the main.
Yeah, beautifully played. And one thing I did notice from Milk Cookies is that with his Mutalisk, as Perfect Play was pushing onto his creep, Milk Cookies used his Mutalisk to cut off the reinforcements, which significantly weakens the Bio Ball that Perfect Play was trying to push out with.
It really does. And you cannot push out without enough Marines and Marauders to defend against any kind of Zerglings. Start losing your bio. The bio ball is not great against mass Zerglings.
And the APM from Milk Cookies, 220. The 2s is real. The 2 is real, and that's why he won, because it was lucky and it was written in the stars.
He must have opened a good fortune cookie earlier.
Yeah. Looks like.
So what was it that you were talking about, the zodiac sign earlier? Something about sevens?
Oh, I just looked up my Chinese zodiac, and apparently no, the numbers 2 and 7 are my lucky numbers. So.
So you're getting married when you're 27. I have no
in
idea.
the other lobby now. Can you smell what the milk is cooking? Epic music.
Apparently my lucky numbers are 2, 3, and 7. My lucky flower is the calla lily.
Oh, you looking yours up now?
I am, yeah. Green and yellow are my lucky colors too.
Sup, Joiyt Arena. The final map, I believe, is Coda.
Playing all the two-player maps today, apparently. I 100% guarantee we're not going to see Inferno pools today.
Yes, thank God. As it should be.
That map is so weird. On Cactus Bat, oh wait, no. On Iron Fortress, does your, like, my scout, if I just send it to a base that's horizontal from me, it will go all the way into the middle of the map and then go to where I sent it. Does it do that for you too?
What does it do?
Like, the pathing is completely bugged. It'll, like, take a V, so if I'm in bottom left, it'll go into the middle, go down that ramp into the middle, come up the ramp, and go into the bottom right.
Wow.
Instead of, like, cutting across. Every time.
Crazy. Perfect Play completely agrees with you. What's up, Shish Kebab?
I'm glad I'm not the only one. Wait, how did he hear me?
The stream, I guess.
Stream sniper!
What's up, Maximus Black? How you doing? Gilded Rat is so freaking cute with these little cheerleader pom-pom fur balls.
I love those too.
Are those black balls from like Spirited Away? You know, the little black fur balls? Oh, I'm
What
the
are those
party
called?
leader. Oops. I gotta make the map.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry I didn't tell you. 'Cause I was just doing
I was
nothing when I
waiting.
was party leader.
Okay, let's see. Let's have a look. Coder, isn't it?
Yes, ma'am.
Did everyone just join off me? That was really quick. He switched back to Zerg. I was about to ask him. He's gonna play
Yeah,
Terran
that's
again?
a wise choice.
Yeah. I mean, Perfect Play, he did say that his best matchup is CBC. So when he switched to Terran, I was quite surprised that he was game enough to do so. Yeah, that's right, Luke Pizza. We got Milk and Cookies playing against Perfect Play. Alright. Down with Perfect Play, says Gilded.
We don't have any Protoss players for Maximus Black to see. Oh, Milk and Cookies is Terran. I'm not sure if that was on purpose or not.
Oh, I don't know. Let's just confirm. Because that would be a little, unfortunate.
He's going Hellbat Marauder if he's actually Terran. Can guarantee it. He loves that stuff.
Guys, if you want to check out the bracket, you just type ! bracket in the chat and I'll provide you the link of who's competing today. Alright, we'll just see if he says anything. If not, then it looks like he'll be all G. Alright, well, it looks like we're going to be playing this game out. In the top left-hand corner of Coder Ladder Edition, we have Le Chef tying up the series last game. It is Milk and Cookies.
And in the bottom right-hand corner,
I'm lagging.
well, Joiyt, rip.
Rip.
That's odd. Well, hopefully that's not a trend. But in the bottom right-hand corner, we do have Perfect Play going back into his roots there in the red trunks as Zerg once again trying to win this series. It is Perfect Play.
And it's interesting that Milk and Cookies did choose Terran because Perfect Play doesn't actually feel as comfortable playing against Terran as he does against Zerg, even though Zerg is Milk and Cookies' main race. So we'll have to see what Milk and Cookie has in store for Perfect Play this game, and if Perfect Play can in fact hold it off.
If I had to put money on this, and I am a betting man, I would say it's going to be Hellbats.
Hellbat Widowmine push.
No, Hellbat Marauder.
That is actually really strong. Marauders actually deal a lot of damage to the queens and to the roaches if Perfect Play does decide to go for the roach path. At the same time, they just tank a lot of baneling damage as well. If the Perfect Play decides to go for the baneling route in this game. So Hellbat Marauder is just so hard to deal with if the Terran player can actually micro the units to its fullest potential.
It's definitely true. I've used it once and I thought it was too strong and I'm not going to do it again. I just feel like a jerk. Can't do it.
Well, Milk Cookie's going to open up Reaper, like we saw Perfect Play do last game. The meta games between these two, though, are quite real.
They're showing their prowess at StarCraft at its finest tonight. If only one of them had switched to Protoss.
That'd be interesting.
That's really what Perfect Play should have done.
Proxy Darkshine.
No, Proxy Stargate 3-Gate. We got Maximus Black in chat. We have to have that.
Well, I don't know if Maximus Black is Protoss. It's not Maximus Black, it's Maximus Bluck.
Oh, wow, okay. Well, I feel pretty stupid for that one.
So he could play any race. We don't know. Oh, one of these drones is
Right.
gonna fall. No, he quickly makes a spore crawler out of that targeted drone. Nicely reacted there from Perfect Play.
It wouldn't be perfect if he lost that drone.
No, definitely
It's
wouldn't.
living up to his name.
He is indeed. Well, his queens are out now, so that significantly lessens the potential that damage of the Reapers can do. But he's not making the double queen behind this. He's getting a second queen from the natural, but he's not going for that 4 queen opener like we saw Milk and Cookies do in the last game.
Are you seeing what I'm seeing?
Banshees.
One base Banshees.
On base Banshees.
There's
the,
not another CC down.
the Overlord positioning from Perfect Play is in the perfect place to scout this, though. So Perfect Play should know this is coming.
He's actually already seen it.
And he can prepare for it easily.
He's still going to go ahead and take a third, though. He's planting that right now. We'll see if he pokes back in with that Overlord to see if that's going to be Banshees indeed.
I'm quite
This
surprised
is really strange. I don't
how he
know.
took a third, because against a 1-base Terran, normally taking a third base is a little on the greedy side.
It definitely is, and that armory's almost done. This is Hellbats. It's Hellbat Banshee. I knew it was going to be Hellbats of some sort. I wasn't quite right. Here we get the Overlord scout, so he knows it's coming. He knows it's 1 base. He knows it's Banshees. There isn't going to be Cloak. And how does he respond back at home? Well, he's got the Baneling Nest coming up for the Hellbats when those get out there, but he's losing some Zerglings unnecessarily there in the middle of the map. It's going to really hurt him when those actually morph into Hellbats.
Yeah, he doesn't really have much here to defend against anything, really. He's making a spine crawler at the front, but this can easily get picked off by the Reaper Hellion. And one of the queens could easily fall right now. He has to be careful. I think he's taking pretty good engages. He's taken out a lot of the speed links, but he just has to keep applying that continual aggression.
It definitely does. And he plays a lot differently than Milk and Cookie says. He's only taken 3 queens up to this point, but if he had gone up to 5 like he normally would, he'd be in a much more comfortable position. And here come these Hellbats. There's only 3 queens and some Zerglings. The Banelings haven't even started morphing yet. Oh, they're just going to waltz into this space.
Oh gosh, this is looking pretty crazy here. From Perfect Play, Milk and Cookies looks like he's doing apply a lot of damage. He's splitting his Hellbats. 2 of them get taken out. 2 of them severely damaged behind this. But these queens, there's only 2 of them left, and they're very, very low in HP.
They're about to get sniped by that Banshee for sure, and these Hellbats are just going to kill these drones. There's not a lot these Zerglings can do against those. It's just too many units here from Milk and Cookies.
Oh my god, the insaturation at the natural has been completely wiped out. A lot of reinforcement Zerglings, though, look like they are going to be able to clean this up, but not without taking maximum losses to do so. Milk and Cookies' supply is pretty much on par of that of Perfect Play. The only thing Perfect Play here has going for him is that he has 3 hatcheries, so he can resaturate quite quickly. But he is on very low economy behind it.
That's definitely true. That 3rd base actually might have been the saving grace. Not that the natural went down or anything, but it's going to allow him to macro out of this position. Whoa, says Perfect Play. Don't think he was expecting not to see the natural there. He's pretty surprised.
And a follow-up attack looks like it's coming down from Milk and Cookies here. He's got Hellions, he's got Marines. He's finally thrown down his natural CC and a couple of additional barracks as well behind this. Oh my gosh, this 3rd base doesn't have a spore crawler.
And that's a lot of Hellions still, which are about to become Hellbats again. It's not going to give up on this relenting assault. I really like this. I might have to play around with this build. Oh, but he gets a great surround on those Hellions. They weasel away. They
Weasel away.
rather.
You know, it would be absolutely amazing if Milk and Cookies actually brought like 1 or 2 SCVs with his Hellions so he could repair them as they got damaged, or even a Medivac to repair the Hellbats.
Yeah, that's definitely true. That reminds me of some TY stuff with 630 Hellbats. I don't know if you've ever gone against that. That's pretty infuriating.
Yeah, that.
He's choosing not to morph these into Hellbats. I think it's because he wants to kite away from the Zerglings. And he can definitely kill the SCVs.
Only Milk and Cookies, you had a Medivac. 1 Medivac, and those Hellions would be so much more deadlier. He dropped a Mule though. This Mule can repair. One of the Hellions got taken out by a Broodling.
Oh, but there's 7 Hellbats right there about to push up this ramp. He's got the Banshees in front wisely to pick at any of these Banelings that unwisely choose to come down the ramp, and he's just going to go over to the third. He's got everything forced in the main, and if anything tries to come down and go over to the third, he's just going to kill it on the way.
Yeah, I mean, he's got 2 Banshees. He can pick off those Banelings with Banshees. It will be quite a slow process, but as long as he splits his units, he can be in a pretty nice position. Those Banelings, very nice connections from Perfect Play. Very nice. Very good splitting at the end there from Milk and Cookies.
Yeah, that was really good. And these drones are trapped. If only the Hellbats were over there to kill them. This is a really, really weird game that we have going on.
Very weird. It's very back and forth as well. I think.
And the natural still hasn't even been taken for Milk and Cookies.
Oh no!
Buddy.
He tapped out Milk and Cookies. I think that was a little premature. I feel like he had the potential.
That was really premature.
To carry that game out.
He actually had more workers.
He had more supply as well by 1. Being on equal supply with your opponent is actually ahead as the Terran player with a Zerg opponent. Only you knew Milk and Cookies. If only he's gonna watch the replay and he's gonna be sad.
Yeah, he'll definitely be kicking himself there. Oh, so the average of his APM from last game to this game is 222.
Nice. I like it. I respect that. Very well held though from Perfect Play. He did get in a position where he could resaturate his third base, and his main was still fully saturated, and he had enough units to hold off the attacks. So, I mean, if Milk and Cookies, if he just macroed from that point on, I think he would have been in a pretty good position. I think the reason Milk and Cookies probably left is because he didn't feel that confident with his mid to late game as Terran.
That's probably true. I honestly think he could have kept rallying Hellions and kept morphing them into Hellbats, because there was only a few Zerglings on the map to defend it still. He still had the production there. He was up to 3 racks.
Yeah, and he had 2 CCs where he could just drop down some mules. Definitely the potential was there. Nonetheless, well fought by Perfect Play, and congratulations on continuing on the bracket. I have high hopes for Perfect Play.
Hopefully we'll see some ZBZ finals then. Perfect Play versus Nistic.
Yep.
It's your dream.
That
everything
is
you've hoped for the Bailey Cup.
Oh yes. That's exactly right. Alright, let's have a look at the bracket here. Rounds.
Oh no.
That's the wrong one.
This makes me sad. Can we watch his replays?
I wanted to have my bracket open, but now it's all pair.
There's nothing wrong with pear-shaped things. I don't
It's
like
all
that
pear.
that's
Absurd.
no. There's a couple pear trees in my backyard.
You have a pear tree? That's awesome.
Yeah, last year there were so many pears that the top of the tree broke off.
Wow! That's a lot of pears.
It really was. The apple trees don't do so well though. I think it's a little too hot. But there's this big oak tree behind, like in a field that's behind my house that's owned by someone else. And as a kid, I would like hit apples with a baseball bat to practice hitting things. And now there's a bunch of apple trees growing in front of this oak tree. So I'm thinking that they're going to be in a better position to grow big apples because it's going to be shaded by the oak tree.
Oh,
So I
that's
like basically inadvertently planted an apple orchard back there.
good. Nice. Fix up my window captures. It's gone all pear. There you go. Put this in a separate window so I don't mess it up again. There we go, guys. That's the bracket.
Just waking up in the morning and to be well. Quite honest with you, I ain't really sleep well. You ever feel like your train of thought's been derailed? That's when you press on.
We can't see it anyway.
Half the population just waiting to see me fail. Yeah, right, you better off trying to freeze hell. Some of us do it for the females.
Yeah, it's pretty small.
Pretty small, isn't it?
Can I get a that's what she said?
For me rings the bell. Yeah, this is the bracket. Can you guys see that? Probably not.
Looks like the other half of the bracket needs to catch up.
Vessel vs Cold Zero.
Colt Zero got to play a bronze player rather, and then a silver player to go through the bracket.
Should we...
Don't get much more lucky than that.
Do they want to get casted?
We could. I think we have plenty of time if everyone else is okay to wait. I do really want to see Perfect Play versus Nistic though.
Yeah,
I
but we
didn't
got
realize they were on
time.
the same side of the bracket.
We just randomized it.
We could seed it based on the number of months they've subbed.
This one's a fighter. Fix the Nightbot's commands. What's wrong with the Nightbot's commands? See the Nightbot's down. I'll make sure it's still in. Okay. Nightbot.
Just waking up in the morning and to be well. Quite honest with you, I ain't really sleep well. You ever feel like your train of thought's been derailed? That's when you press on, lean in. Half the population just waiting to see me fail. Yeah,
Right, you're better off trying to freeze hell.
Some of us do it for the females, and others do it for
Is it rap battle time? I can't freestyle though. Let me write some rhymes real fast.
Okay. Alright, let's leave that party, because we're gonna cast it Cold Zero versus Vessel. Yeah, hell yeah.
Do we know what the maps are going to be?
DVP? Wait. Yeah. I think Vessel is Zerg. He's hoping.
Yeah. I meant the maps though.
Looks like map 1 is Iron Fortress. I'm not sure about the other vetoes.
Interesting. Maybe we'll get to see the really janky scouting padding.
Alright, into the countdown, guys. Let's do this. Zerg vs Protoss. Vessel vs Cold Zero. Oh my god. Overlay, no! Sorry, guys. We'll get there eventually. Obs at its finest.
Libby, do you have any good jokes?
Obs. Alright. In the top right-hand corner of the map, we have the red, the luscious, the amazing Vessel.
The luscious.
Oh, red's
That
a
is
luscious
quite the
colour.
adjective. And in the top left-hand corner, in the blue trunks again, showing us that he's cold-hearted when he kills all of these probes and drones, it is Cold Zero.
Well, that Obsing skill from Joiyt
Ooh,
though. Quite
instantly
impressed.
into the follow. Yeah, that was smooth.
That was quite a smooth transition. Alright, well that pylon placement at the top of the ramp there is quite interesting to note. It does indicate to me that he's most likely going to go for the gateway expand. You'd most likely see the gateway expand on the high ground in the main base, whereas whether you go for the forge fast expand, you normally see that in the natural, at the choke point there. But it's not uncommon to have that forge in the main, if you want to do that sneaky cannon rush business.
All right, let's hope we don't see that.
No,
Makes me
gateway goes
cringe
down.
every time.
It's going to be a gateway expand here, coming down from Cold Zero, and it's quite important to note here that Vessel, he thinks maybe it's cross only, or he just decides to scout cross first with his first overlord, but it is indeed close by air spawn locations. Is that the correct way to say it, would you think, Absurd?
Yeah, I would say so. It's definitely that dead airspace on either side, really.
Yeah.
I think that this map is actually perfectly symmetrical to the point where, unless you're, well, no, vertical spawns would be really bad for whoever's on bottom. That's what I'll say. Because your natural is so much more exposed for drops for Banshee play. I think that I would call that close air as the vertical.
Yes.
Well, this
I
is such a
think
weird
so.
map.
One of the weirdest
I would
in the
hate-
map pool.
And he gets the perfect scout pathing too. So now I look like a dummy. Apparently I've just got terrible SEV control there. Anyways.
Well, it's interesting to see that Cold Zero, he
Yep.
doesn't scout the main. of that second base that he scouted. He only scouted the natural. So he's heavily relying on the fact that Vassell is going to expand in his with his first scouting probe. And if Vassell was going for that one base play, Cold Zero, he might be in a little bit of trouble with that scouting that he did just then, but that's okay. He's all G. Maximus Black, I gotta say, thank you so much for subscribing. Welcome to the Beehive. Thank you very much. Many bee donuts come your way, I hope. I gotta laugh because I like his name, Maximus Black.
Yeah, me fooled, for sure.
I was
thought we were
fooled
being
when I first saw it
graced
too. So don't worry, don't feel too bad.
Alright, I won't. As long as you are fooled too. As long as we're fools together.
Alright, scouting link coming out here from Vassell. And he's already taken his third base, which I like very much, actually, from Vassell, that he opted to take that third base, even though his opponent has gone for that gateway expand. He's taken the third base, but he's also taking gas with it, so he's not doing anything too risky. He wants to make sure that he gets his speed nice and early, he's able to scout very sufficiently, and he knows what's going on.
Definitely does. And he's catching that probe out, which is really nice because there isn't a proxy pylon down yet. And I'm sure that's what Cold Zero is intending to do with that. So it's a little win there for Vassell. Or Vessel, as we say in America.
Oh, I call
he doesn't have an
Well, I only call him Vassell because of his Twitch name. It has an underscore in between the S's. But yeah, Vessel is how I would pronounce it, Vessel, if I didn't know his Twitch name to begin with. I'm stuck with the first impression. Aluminium.
Do you spell it with an I?
We do. So it's actually spelled differently. Then. Yeah.
Do you spell favorite with a U as well?
Yeah.
I spell it like that a lot of times.
And color.
Just looks cooler, I think.
Color has a U as well.
Ooh.
Alright, well, Cold Zero, he's going macro, as we have seen him do in the past games today. Very macro-orientated player. And Vassell as well has gone very macro-orientated. Has 8 drones in production, making overlords. He already has 3 gas saturation. Actually, I don't think he's mining from that natural gas just yet. But soon to be 3 gas income soon.
Yeah, it's about time for him to make a decision on his tech path for sure. He does have that layer's almost done, so maybe we'll see the Mutalisk with those extra gas being taken.
Yeah.
Do you reckon?
Well, with 3 gas, I'd usually see roaches, but he could throw down an additional gas and transition into mutas from it. That's not uncommon either. 20 lings in production behind this Rotoran. So he's probably looking to just defend this feign aggression that Cold Zero wants to put on this third hatchery. Oh, that force field though is so painful. He's definitely going to be able to shut that down. He body blocks that queen in with the zealots there. Immediately time warps out though. There's not actually, speed hasn't been researched, so he's got roughly 30 slow lings on the map, which I'm hoping he's going to take the speed at some point, because they are significantly less effective at harassing the third and getting away alive, honestly. You just get force fielded in. Those Zerglings would have a bad day. I just have to point this out, because I don't think I've ever seen this done before. A double Hydralisk den.
Oh, he clearly wants to get double upgrades really fast, so he wants to hit the timing faster with Hydralisk speed plus Hydralisk range. He wants them to hit at the exact same time.
He wants to hit with Hydras, and he wants to hit as early as possible. But he's also getting a double evolution chain behind this, and I'm not sure if he's actually going to have enough gas to research 2 Hydralisk upgrades, 2 Hydralisk and Roach upgrades, which is the range attack and the carapace, as well as make Roach Hydra behind it. He's dreaming. I wish that I could
really
make 1 million units and get all the upgrades all at the same time myself. But unfortunately, he's also supply bot behind this. I like I do like his wishful thinking, though.
Definitely so. If you could choose 1 million units, if you actually had 1 million units, and you only had to pick 1 unit to have, what would it be?
Oh. Pre Swarm Host patch or post Swarm Host patch?
I don't even remember pre-Storm Host patch. That was like 80 years ago.
80 StarCraft years ago. Well, I'd probably say the
Definitely.
Mutalisk, actually. The Mutalisk is a very well-rounded unit, very mobile, can attack both air and ground, and is just an all-around badass. The Mutalisk.
They really are.
That's gonna have to
They
be my
really
final
are.
answer.
And I would choose 2 million Marines.
Okay, well, I lose.
You definitely do.
Unless I avoid your army, in which case I win.
I'll just have 1 million Marines just spread around everywhere, you know? Marines
Sting.
without Sting, says Joiyt.
That'd be nice.
But that might be a fair fight. Who knows? Anyways, we do see this attack being geared up for. Still with the slow lings, though. There's a lot of them. Has been scouted by that Phoenix, that hallucinated Phoenix that just came out. And there's a pretty large stalker count here for Cold Zero already. I'm sure he'll start adding on more. And I don't think there are more Hydralisks in production.
Well, you did say Vessel was a silver player, did you?
He is. We played a
Yes.
game last night.
This play from him today is actually really good. Like, I don't see many people in Silver League with such well set up economy with such a high army count at this stage of the game. So he's really pushing himself this game. He's got a decent army, and if he chooses to engage in a really good place with these units, then he could be looking to do quite a lot of damage.
He definitely could. And we'll see what happens here. That's a lot of Zealots, though. He's read the large number of Zergling count. So he's just added on a ton of Zealots to clear those up. And it doesn't look like there's enough Hydralisks to clean those up fast enough. We'll see, though. Here comes the engagement. Those slow lings getting caught with the force
yeah.
fields. Some of them slipping away.
So unfortunate to see.
And that's good. He comes in, checks. Oh,
see
you're
Zerglings at
crying
down speed.
tears.
Yeah, well, the Colossus is out
Yeah, it
now,
makes
and
me
this
sad.
makes Vessel's engagement so much harder. He's trying to get as many Colossus out as he possibly can, as fast as he can, because he knows many Lings and many Hydralisks are on the map ready to try and take Cold Zero's blood. It's cold blood. Protosy blood.
They are cold-blooded, right? They're lizards.
I believe so, yeah. Well, some of them are
Yeah,
even
they're
just
literally
robots.
cold-blooded. This is true.
Right,
Well-
the Colossus is a robot, isn't it? It's like controlled by.
Is it? I don't know. I haven't read about this. I just always assumed there was a bunch of little Protoss inside of the Colossus because it's the size of a skyscraper.
Yeah, it's like someone's
It's like
controlling the
50 feet
Colossus.
stories tall. Well, we have a pretty stagnated game right now. I really wish that I could see a fourth base out of Vessel going. It's 15 minutes right now, and he's not leaving 3 bases. And this is a really aggressive push here from Cold Zero. I'm not sure if Vessel quite has what it takes to hold it off.
Yeah,
Is
he's
that
pretty much.
175 supply, though?
Oh yeah, he's pretty much. Cold Zero's pretty much maxed out. Vessel's at 175 supply. Cold Zero is pressing in on this third hatchery, targets it down, wipes it out in mere seconds, and Vessel is in no position to take this engagement. Time warp goes down, force fields, and now he's engaging only a
He
fraction
does
of
kill
the
both
army.
Colossus, though.
Oh, and then
Yeah,
recalls
it
him.
forces the recall.
There is a bit of a timing window
I was
where
actually-
Vessel can try and do a counterattack.
Definitely can. It looks like he's moving out for that as well. He's got a couple more roaches, a couple more hydras on the way. His oh my gosh, his spire just finished up. I'm sorry, my brain is not working properly right now.
Well, one thing that Vessel has, is that does have 2/2 upgrades, and he's finally got speed on his lings, but a lot of his lings no longer exist, unfortunately. That storm, though, from Cold Zero was absolutely magnificent, and the force fields Beautiful force fields here. He's losing his High Templars though, and that's a little unfortunate. But it doesn't matter too much because Cold Zero's supply is superior than that of Vessel's, unfortunately. And Cold Zero is pressing out across the map, and I'm not sure if there's much here to stop it, really.
Well, he does have seven Hydras and a bunch more Roaches on the way. So if he gets a great concave against this army and manages to snipe the Colossi the same way he did last time, Cold Zero would be left with a bunch of Stalkers against Hydras, and you never want to do that. Well, see, here it comes, and he just walks into it. The
Targeting
move
down
command
the Colossus.
Immediately targets him down.
And that is an advantage because now
This
he
is
will
a-
be able to clean up the rest of the remaining forces. Mothership Core gets taken out. A lot of the sentries and a couple of stalkers as well. So that was not a cost-efficient engagement from Cold Zero. And Vessel's actually looking, he's going to make a comeback in this game at this point.
Definitely is, as long as he doesn't overcommit right here and lose this army. If he gets enough damage done, he might be able to stabilize. He's got his fourth base up, and there's no way that those Stalkers are going to be able to compete against those Hydras and Roaches.
Yeah, well, he does have one
Not with the
Colossus
upgrades
out.
looking the way they are.
He's got 2 Colossus in production at a time now. So, I mean, Vessel could be looking to be in his best interest to make a tech switch here. He's got a couple of Corruptors on the way, which is going to really help out against the Colossus. But 3 Corruptors is just not going to cut it.
It definitely doesn't cut it. I'd like to see maybe a Viper or 2. I'll have to send him a message after it's all said and done.
Rub it salt into the wound. Are you gonna absurd?
No, I'm not going to rub any salt. He's doing really, really well. I wouldn't rain on his parade like that. These storms might do that, though. Oh, he actually doesn't have the energy for that.
But I liked the pun.
It's really.
I liked it a lot.
I'm just doing my best for our trooper, kind of make him happy.
Well,
I feel like every time a pun is made that I reference our trooper.
it's only rightfully so. But Vessel, he has the bank, and he's finally spent the bank. It looks like he's spending on 2 mutas, 4 roaches, and 7 hydralisks. And now he's at 191 supply, and Cold Zero is at 199 supply. Both players are potentially maxed out here. Storms go down on Vessel's army, significantly weakening up all the Roach Hydra, so the Colossus can really maximize the damage.
He's good, though. He has a great position with those 3 Corruptors, actually uses the spell on that. Oh, but he target fires with his whole Roach Hydra army onto those Colossi and just A-move into them. And that was the meat grinder right there.
That was so painful.
The barbecue of
to watch.
Protoss.
Move
It
command.
really was.
It's so unfortunate for Vessel because he was looking like he was making a comeback. He was making he was getting his air upgrades. He was trying to get some the right unit composition to deal with this. Not sure about the 2 mutalisks though. You either go full muta or not at all.
No muta at all. Indeed, and here we have those 2 more Colossi joining the fight, and I think this is just going to be too much here for Vessel to hold on to. Should probably see a GG. There we go. Well played. And you know what? I am really impressed with Vessel, even though he lost.
Yeah, I mean Cold Zero, a Diamond player, and Vessel being a Silver League player, he played exceptionally well, like at Diamond League standard at that stage. So really well played by Vessel. We have to give him credit where it's due. That was game 1 though, I believe, wasn't it?
It was.
So he still has the potential to take a game here in this series.
I'd really like to see that. That would be really cool. I remember the first time I beat a Masters player when I was in Bronze. He was playing
Wow.
Protoss, and he went Void Raise. And all I remember is day 9 saying, "Go Mass Marines," and that's what I did, and he died.
Wow, you were in Bronze and you beat a Masters player. That guy was probably very upset after that.
Yeah, well, he like proxy Void Raise at me. That's what he gets.
I remember when I was in Platinum League, I beat a Grandmaster player for the first time, and I was like,
What?
yeah. I was very happy.
Was it a Terran player?
I think it was Zerg.
Oh, wow. So it was the mirror matchup, or is this when you were playing Protoss?
That was a mirror matchup.
That's really, really impressive.
I was pretty stoked when I did that. I was like, I can be good at this game sometimes.
Did you chest bump your sister after it happened?
Well, I know it was actually at a LAN event.
Oh, people got to watch you beat a Grandmaster.
Yeah.
They probably poured salt all over that wound.
They did, and they were giving him so much shit. Because not only did he lose to a platinum player, he lost to a girl.
Yep.
He was fuming. He didn't even want to look at me.
Oh, really?
It was glorious.
It's messed up.
Well, I'm going to say a huge thank you to Maximus
How good
Black
did it feel?
for the sub during that game. You're awesome. Welcome to the Beehive.
Did we find out what Maximus Black plays?
That's a good question, actually. Maximus Black, what race do you play? Tell us so we can just settle all disputes.
Cool.
Cool.
Any research station, map of choice in game number 2.
Looks like we're all ready. Let the countdown begin.
Let's do this. Cold Zero doesn't have a league placement this season though. He's been slacking off.
No, he plays on Europe.
Oh. He has to play on all regions.
We can't all be cool like you, Libby. Come on, man.
I should really play on EU when I get back to America. I can't play it from Australia. It's really bad.
Well, even Australia is really bad for you.
But Spear of Solomon, it's spelt with an E, not a U. So the logic behind the pronunciation is flawed. I just had to point that out. Alright, in the top middle of Vanny Research Station, we have the amazingly superb silver player who's demonstrated such high level of play in that last game. It's Vessel.
Your pronunciations are on point.
Yes.
And in the bottom middle, it is my pleasure to introduce this wonderful Protoss. Joiyt is going ham right now with that camera pane because he loves Protoss too. It is Cold Zero. Ooh, with the slow fade in. Oh, that was a good introduction, Joiyt.
That was smooth. Alright, going again for the gateway expand here from Cold Zero. Pretty early scout with his probe as well. Might throw off Vessel for maybe a cannon rush, but obviously he's not going to go for that cannon rush. Quite interesting that Vessel, he actually sends his Overlord to the natural before sending it to the main. He wants to know if that expansion is going to go down in the in-base before anything else. Behind this though, Vessel is actually making a pull first before going for the hatchery expand.
Well, maybe he just wants to feel safe. Doesn't know if Cold Zero wants to go for any early aggression in game 2. Could be just trying to mind game him as well. We'll see when the gas goes down as well, because he hasn't taken one yet, so it's not like they're going to see any kind of crazy early speed timing coming out of SL.
Yeah, definitely. No, it definitely looks like more of a macro-orientated build here from Vessel. He's making his overlords, making his drones, and he's making 2 lings just for scouting and some map control.
And meanwhile, we have just the one gas churning away over here in the Protoss base. taking this expansion, which is going to be seen immediately by the Overlord. So Vessel knows now that it's not going to be any kind of crazy double gas plays, not going to be early oracles, not going to be early DTs or anything like that. But he probably still is going to want to see what's going on in that main base, because anything you can do on one base, you can do on two base and do it better.
Better, but not faster. Wow, saving
Very
that
true.
drone's life just at in the nick of time there. Those hero Zerglings are right. Take out that probe before taking a life of the drone from the swarm.
It would have been a sad day indeed. No one likes to see drones die. They might be the cutest of all the workers.
Glad
Probes
we
do
can
make
agree
those
on
weird
one
sounds,
thing.
though.
I do like the probe noise though.
It is. It's pretty crazy. Probes, do they have souls, or are they automatons?
I'm gonna say they have souls.
I have to know.
Just for the sake of being emotional over the probes.
Okay. I'd feel bad for a probe without a soul, too.
Poor little probey. Probes get lonely
Does-
too, you know.
I bet they do.
This is a really early
Especially
roach
the ones
warren
making...
coming down from Vessel though.
Could just be for defense, but he hasn't really scattered anything that would assume that the heavy pressure is coming. Gateway research actually just now starts at 6 minutes, so it's significantly later than it was in the other games. What do you think that the 2 gas is for?
The 2 gas
Do you
here,
need both gas?
it's really up to the Protoss what they decide to want to tech to. If they're going something like a Robo Bay, or going heavy into upgrades, or even just going into Stargate play, they need double gas. And if they want to play even more macro orientated opener, they'll take all 4 gas. And kind of just make those initial 3 gates just for defense while they are being so greedy. But if you see a Protoss player open with 2 gas, it means that they're not going to be hitting as soon as they possibly can. They're going to be trying to tech before they make their timing push.
It's definitely true. We do see more gas being taken there for the Zerg players, going up to 4, still staying on 2 bases. But with an evolution chamber coming up, this time just 1, not taking the double evolution chamber.
Yeah, Cold Zero's looking to take
Sorry,
that
I
third base.
Just got worried that Nistic beat Perfect Play 2-0.
Oh no, perfect play! He fought valiantly.
He did well today, though.
He did very well.
Yeah, he definitely did. And we got to see his Terran, so I'm happy.
Yeah, we got to see Milk and Cookie's turn too, and it almost won.
It should have won.
That was
He was
actually
winning.
really crazy.
Yeah, that must have been just for me, since there's not a single Terran player.
They did it for you, absurd. They love you too much.
They love me.
Alright,
Can't
Vessel's
love someone
finally
too much. It's not possible.
Vessel finally throwing down his third base. It looked like he was trying to get his tech up before throwing that down. He has scouted that his opponent has taken his third base, so he's probably going to try and deny it. He's got a couple of roaches in production. His roach speed has almost finished up, and his +1 ranged attack is halfway complete.
Which is perfect timing, because at the same time, Cold Zero is moving out with his roaches and sentries that he's been banking up. He's got 5 of them there with plenty of energy for force fields. But Vessel sees that those are out on the map. He knows that they're there, so he's going to be in a good defensive position for when that does arrive. And there isn't a proxy pylon just yet, so it's going to be a minute or so before this push hits.
Yeah, and if anything, Cold Zero's probably just looking to stall any production that Vessel has, not really wanting to commit too hard, considering he's going Immortals behind this, he's got a third base behind this, and he's got a lot to fall back on. He really doesn't need to commit in any all-in attack and just throw away units meaninglessly, really.
It's very, very true. I like that. The meaningless unit loss.
Yep. Always a sad day.
And it
when
does have
you
Blink
do that.
coming up too. It is. Let me tell you about not sieging tanks. But we do see an
Oh.
engagement happening there.
One stalker
Great
gets
pick
picked
off on that stalker.
immediately. And that was pretty much for
Yeah.
free there from Vessel, so that was actually really well done.
It's one of those meaningless unit losses that we were just talking about.
Yeah. Speak of the devil.
Oh, he's actually going to get these zealots too. That was perfect. They were on creep there. He's going to kill the pylon, kill all 3 zealots there. That was a great 400 mineral win right there for Vessel. He is getting cornered, it looks like, by these stalkers, though. Those sentries are looking to lay down the force fields and push those into a corner. At the same time, we have a bunch more stalkers being warped in, and Blink is about to finish. Oh, not the roaches!
Oh no, so many force fields, and that time warp is beautiful. Makes it really hard for Vessel to want to actually escape from this attack. He's forced to actually engage, and he's losing so many roaches. Targets down the Immortal, which is actually quite a nice move, but he lost a lot of roaches to do so.
It's very true, and he didn't get the proxy pylon either, so there's definite warfare potential there for Cold Zero. He's got a great force field on the ramp. Those Hydras are stuck in both force fields and a time warp, while the third is just being killed. They had to watch it happen. They're trying so hard to get down there to defend that base.
Yeah.
Alas.
I really like that final transfuse from that queen, though, trying to delay the death of that hatchery for the longest time possible. But Cold Zero doesn't inevitably take its poor hatchery's life, because hatcheries have lives too. They morphed from a drone.
They do.
In thinking about it, all structures that Zerg have are just drones. Mutated drones.
They really are. That would be like if an SCV used a suit to build buildings. Well, then became the building too.
Yeah.
It's not even close to the same. I feel really bad for killing spine crawlers now.
Yeah, because they're living.
You know, if I weren't talking to you right now, I would not say that. I'm just going to be honest. As a Terran player, like, I want to kill all Zerg.
That's fair.
Because, well, like, all science fiction meta is about the bugs killing the universe and taking everything over, mindlessly killing everything, and then you choose to be the bugs.
Starship Troopers.
You're the bad guy, Livy. You're the bad guy.
I love Starship Troopers.
That is a good movie, though. That movie is hilarious.
It was such a good movie. Alright, well, Cold Zero, he has been banking up a lot of resources. He's at 1,700 minerals, almost 600 gas in the bank, and he's sitting very comfortably on a 3-base economy. Whereas Vessel's struggling really hard to get his 3-base back up and functioning. It's not saturated, it's almost complete, but he only has this small Roach Hydra army to try and do some damage. And if you can't stall the production, or at least cripple the economy a little bit here of Cold Zero, it's going to be hard to hold off any follow-up incoming attacks.
Definitely will. It looks like he's going to push in here, but there's probably more Stalkers than there are Hydros in that army.
Yeah.
Does have... Oh, and he goes into the Choke of Death, where the sentries can just force field everything. Does get the pick off on the Mothership Core, though, so there's not going to be an overcharge.
I mean, I must say,
But those
Vessel's
Blinks
not
are
doing...
pro.
wasn't doing too bad of a job. He picked off all the sentries, but the problem here now is that the Concave is just far superior for Cold Zero, and the aggressive blink on all the Hydras clean it up so efficiently and quickly. Now that Vessel has not really much left here to contend against the incoming counterattack, that Cold Zero is inevitably going to press on Vessel's 3rd base.
Yeah, and Vessel was pretty all in right there. He didn't actually re-drone as natural. Still building army units at the same time that Cold Zero is building 2 Colossi at the time, has 12 gates up to pump out units. Gets a couple Stalker pickoffs, which will help, but here come the Colossi.
Yeah, I mean, Vessel, he still has a little bit of a bank, though. His supply isn't too far behind, So if he can spend all his money for the next engagement, his army supply won't be sitting too far behind that of Cold Zero's. But it's just the bank behind that for Cold Zero, which would be really hard to contend against.
You know, you say that he actually has a bigger army supply. It's just that Cold Zero has 84 workers versus 47 of Vessel. Vessel.
Yeah.
Sorry. The lack of the underscore is getting to me.
Well,
Thermal Lance is almost done as well.
yep,
A
halfway
couple more
complete.
Colossi are joining the party.
It's going to be a Colossus party very
You take
shortly.
it away.
3 Colossus in total here. About to push on to creep. I mean, the creep spread here from Vessel is actually quite nice. But Vessel really needs to pick his battles here wisely. He needs to get a superior concave. If he's clumped up like this, it's going to be very hard for him to really get a cost-efficient engagement. And cost efficiency is all he needs right now because he does not have the economy to support this. But the move command is a little bit unfortunate for Vessel, and Cold Zero is reigning superior over his Zerg opponent. His last Colossus on his last little legs, but it still stands, and there's an army of Stalker and Zealot. The Swarm has become Protoss. Well
We do
played.
get the GG called out. That's still a great game by Vessel, though.
Great game.
It's
Great
definitely
game.
not silver level.
No, definitely. He's looking to get a promotion very shortly. All he needs to do is play a couple more games because he demonstrated a skill level above Silver League. I'll have to say that. Well played by Vessel. Well played, Cold Zero. Swift 2-0 victory. Moving on to progress through the bracket. We have Cold Zero going up against Void Reaver, who will then go on to verse the winner of Perfect Play, versus Nistic. Actually, they already played, and Nistic won 2-0 over Perfect Play. So Nistic's actually sitting in the finals. Perfect Play guaranteed himself at 4th place finish, and will receive $10 from the prize pool.
Not a bad Thursday night.
Not bad at all.
Can't complain.
Play the game
You
you
know,
love.
if he wasn't making money doing it, it's so good. With the that engagement though, he was so focused on focus firing the Colossi that the Hydras just kind of like derped around
Yeah,
trying to get to the Colossi.
that was the downfall.
I thought he
there.
had it though. If he had gotten a good surround on that army, he probably would have won that fight.
Imagine if he had a, what are they called? Viper. I don't know why it took me so long to think of that word. If he had a Viper, that would have been amazing.
It would have been end of days for Cold Zero. He probably would have won that game right there.
Exactly. And that would have been
Alas, I'll
much
have to
more
teach him about
cost
that.
efficient. Yeah.
Actually, I'll leave that to Milk since he plays Zergano. There's just no Terrans to teach except for Neverlast. And Gilded, but Gilded never plays StarCraft.
Yeah. Well played, Vessel. Well played. Thanks for participating, yo. Do this candy snake.
So what's your Chinese zodiac? Are you a rat?
No, I'm a goat. Alrighty, I'm back. Got my Cold Zero And we're ready. Let's do this. What's up, guys? I'm back.
I beat you.
Beat me.
Did you get water this time?
Cold Zero. I was gonna say Cold Zero. How awesome is that? And I got my green straw, so you can't see it with the green screen.
That's perfect. It's gonna look so weird.
It does. It's awesome.
Oh gosh, you're drinking through stars.
I'm hoping to go to TwitchCon, Captain Cools. I am hoping. I brought my ticket, but I'm not sure if I'm actually going to be able to go based on a number of events. But hopefully, we will be able to, if it all works out.
I think that everyone in your stream is going to TwitchCon.
Nice.
Thanks to
Yes.
Gilded Rat.
I'm going. You guys
I
better
mean,
go.
thanks to shit.
If I go to TwitchCon and I see you, we are going to eat a crap ton of food. Well, that sounds good to me, milk and cookies. Alright, join this game, absurd.
I haven't been invited, I don't think. Livy, can you invite me?
Joiyt.
I invited you.
Oh, I didn't get one.
Hold on.
Maybe that was before I left. You probably timed out or something.
Alright. Invited again.
Alright, I'm gonna relog. Oh, there we go. It's just really delayed.
Alright, everyone in? Good to go?
Let's ask
Believe
players.
so. Ooh, a PvP.
You don't get many of these in the Bay Cup.
Not at all. Someday we'll get a TVT. Someday.
One day. One day,
I'll
someday.
invite Flash and Miso.
Alright, Vanny Research Station is the map of choice. And it looks like these guys are pretty on par with each other skill level-wise. We've got Void Reaver as a Diamond Protoss, and we know Cold Zero is Diamond Protoss only EU. So we'll have to see who can come out on top in their PvP. Here, spawning in the middle top of Vanny Research Station. It is the blue Protoss player. It goes by the name of Void Reaver, representing the Winter Clan as well.
That Captain America, though. And in the bottom middle, it's my pleasure to reintroduce you to this now non sequitur of a Cold Zero. It is, oh crap, it is Cold Zero. The red Protoss this time. It's now hot. I'm really digging the American flag there for the icon. It's now like the War of Nations. We have America versus the European.
Well, it's actually got Pult on there.
Yeah, it's Captain America. It's pretty cool.
So funny. Yeah, Void Reaver is in fact stealing Cold Zero's game color this game. So I don't know if Cold Zero is going to be happy about that. Maybe Cold Zero can channel his rage to some productive PvP action.
My hope is that it's DTs.
Oh, that... You can only make me dream absurd, because I always love seeing DTs in PvP. I don't like seeing them in PvZ. I don't mind them in PvT, but in PvP, it's awesome.
They really are. This morning, it was, I'm going to spoil, so if you haven't watched Parting versus Hero, you should probably mute. But one of the games ended up being DTs versus DTs.
Oh, would have been glorious.
It started out with Proxy Oracle versus Stargate. It was a crazy game.
I've got to watch the VOD. Alright, well the scat's going off here in the main base for both players, in fact. Cybernetics core going down for Void Reaver. No Cybernetics core has been started just yet for Cold Zero, now going down. We do see that Cold Zero is mining a lot more gas than Void Reaver, having 3 probes on each assimilator, rather than the 2 probes on each assimilator for Void Reaver.
Yeah, it's definitely going to give him a little tech advantage there. We'll have to see what he wants to do with that. I'm just thinking it's DTs every time.
Well,
Even
if
if
you're
that's
mining...
not a DT build, I'm hoping for DTs.
Yep, hoping for DTs. But he's mining a lot of gas, and a lot of gas does indicate a good tech path on to DTs. But you never know. Cold Zero opting to go for the Stargate opening. And Void Reaver is actually going to try and pump out a Stalker a lot quicker than that of Cold Zero.
Yeah, and he hasn't quite played his hand yet either. Oh, well, as I say that, he's landing his Stargate as well. So maybe we'll see some Phoenix versus Phoenix wars coming down out of these guys. We are going to see a faster warp gate research for Void Reaver, though. That's the trade-off for having the slower Stargate, of course.
Yep, that's for sure. I mean, will Cold Zero go for the Oracle or the Phoenix, do you think?
You know, I'm going to say Phoenix.
Oh, Oracle.
Yeah, I was wrong.
I honestly thought you were going to wait to see what he built and then make your guess so that it could never be wrong.
You calling me a map hacker, maybe?
Actually,
Think
both
I'd
players
cheat like
going
that?
for the Oracle. No, you were just going to look at the production tab and then just say whatever you saw.
I'm an honest person. I don't want to do that.
Alright.
Yeah, it's interesting. Both of them actually checked for proxy tech at the one at the third, one at the gold. There, both of them know that the PvP matchup is kind of crazy shenanigans at times. Both oracles are out on the map, taking a very different path for each of them. Void Reaver, of course, going around the middle of the map because he knows there's map vision there. There's not a lot in the base to defend against it. It's pretty much wide open. He's going to be able to get a couple kills because those stalkers are at the front gate. Accidentally activates the detection, though, I think. Is that what that just happened?
Oh, I don't know. That was really confusing. I'm not sure why he's not killing anything. Cold
Yeah,
Zero,
he activated
no!
the detection, but... It was a good defense, though, from both players. Void Reaver got his 4, so it's paid for itself, and there was definitely the stalkers in place by Cold Zero, so didn't lose too much. And still, that spell is active. Can't use any of the energy on being aggressive. That is probably the most painful thing he's ever had happen to him in PvP.
Yeah,
You can see all of the invisible units.
He just did not need that. He spent his energy incorrectly and he's burning inside because of it. I was like, why is he not attacking? And then you realize afterwards he cast the wrong spell. Poor
It
Cold
hurts so
Zero.
much.
Poor Cold Zero.
It's like Yamamotoing your own battle cruiser.
Yeah.
I
Almost
did that
quite as
yesterday when I was
painful.
playing Vessel.
Damn. Well, both
We do have a
players.
double Stargate from Cold Zero, though.
Yeah, that's interesting.
So-
He's going into double Phoenix production. I did think that Cold Zero was also going to make some Phoenixes, but he actually cancelled it and he decided to go for more of a ground composition. Ground army unit composition.
Yeah, it definitely is. Not producing any Phoenixes, so if the numbers of Phoenixes get high enough, it's going to be pretty hard for him to defend against it. And he is going Immortals versus nothing on the ground. Those are just going to get lifted and killed eventually. So despite the fact that the Oracle got basically no damage done early, the Phoenixes are getting a few probe kills. But that other Oracle from Void Reaver in the mineral line again.
Yeah,
We're up to 10 kills now for Void Reaver.
got 2 more kills before it finally got finished off by the Photon Overcharge and also the 2 Stalkers there. These Phoenixes are being very pesky, making sure that Void Reaver is on his toes in defense for his mineral line. He's got Photon Overcharge also initiated in his own main, and behind this he's going to get a Twilight Cancel. So there's still hope for DTs yet, Absurd. There's still hope.
We're keeping it alive. DT hype. We need to get a DT emote, even though you play Zerg. Oh, and the Phoenixes are coming into this mineral line. They're going to kill everything. Probably even get these Stalkers if there's enough energy for the lifts. Really making up for that kill count. And he actually is taking the lead in terms of workers killed. And he's got 9 more workers on the field. So seems like Cold Zero's at a pretty big advantage at the moment.
Yeah, these Phoenixes really paying off, actually. The only thing that I'm kind of worried about for Cold Zero is that he actually doesn't have much of a ground army. He's transitioning into Immortals now, but if Void Reaver keeps banking up this ground army while Cold Zero is just investing into these Phoenixes, by the time Void Reaver does his push, it's going to be larger than that of Cold Zero's. But with this economic damage that Cold Zero is doing, it's going to really set him back. So at this stage, he's doing a great job.
It really is. He's keeping him inside of his base, too. There's no way that Void Reaver can be aggressive at this point. Can't get any damage done. It's just having to babysit his mineral lines, and even then, there's 5 Phoenixes lifting. It's pretty hard to defend against that.
Yeah, he definitely went for the correct tech choice this game. His natural is actually further saturated than that of Void Reaver's. He's sitting on 38 probes to Void Reaver's 29. So that itself speaks wonders of how far ahead Cold Zero is at this stage in the game.
It really does. It's at 440 minerals per minute more. It's a pretty big gap there.
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty unforgiving.
Coming out for
considering it's a mirror matchup. It's the same with any mirror matchup, I feel like. Maybe less so for Terran because of mules, but the worker count in any mirror matchup just it demonstrates how far ahead a player actually is.
Definitely does, and he's feeling comfortable enough to take a third much faster than Void Reaver can, because Void Reaver needs to get more Stalkers out. He's got to get more cannons down, because if he tries to spread himself out too much, these Phoenixes are just going to keep poking in, killing those workers off like they're doing.
Oh, Cold Zero's getting really game with these Phoenixes. Maybe he just wants to kind of try and utilize them as much as possible. He isn't really too fast at keeping them alive. He kind of just charged into these Void Reaver's huge bulk army and kind of sacrificed one for pretty much nothing.
Yeah, it definitely does, but he's keeping them active, so it's hard to complain about him losing 1 or 2 here and there, but that is a big portion of his army, that being said, and what he's invested in to this point. And the starports aren't being used anymore. He's got 1 little idle Phoenix there, but... And the push-out's coming, though, and the Phoenixes aren't going to be able to really make or break the fight when there's that many Blink Stalkers out. We're up to what looks like 10 or 11 Blink Stalkers with the forward warp endpoint coming down.
Yeah, I mean...
There's just not enough to deal with that.
Yeah, the army from Void Reaver does look kind of scary if he gets a good engagement, but the army here from Cold Zero, it looks like if he could just warp in a couple more units and he should be fine.
It is pretty zealot heavy though, and he can kite those zealots for days. They don't have charge yet. The first immortal goes down as well, gets picked off there by Void Reaver, gets the second one as well, and there's nothing is going to deal with those stalkers without those immortals.
But the photon overcharge has been initiated, and a time warp as well on the units. The mothership core of Void Reavers gets taken out, and Cold Zero is still being aggressive with his.
Here come the Phoenixes, a little late to the party. He's finally going to see that one down there to meet up with that. And this is where he can really, with the Phoenixes, he can take this engagement and definitely defend the space, because the units now, the armies are about even, and he can lift up 4 of those units at once. So it's going to be a significantly smaller army fighting for Void Reaver when this engagement actually happens. Not to mention the third is already mining and saturated.
Yeah, that's pretty huge here for Cold Zero. I mean, he's just going to sit back, play defensive, get his Colossus count up, and then push out when he's good and ready to do so with his huge Protoss ball.
Yeah, he's got those Colossus coming out. The laser light show is about to commence.
The laser beams. Thermalance almost halfway complete. Colossus on the way. He's making 2 forges as well behind this. He's going to start going for really heavy upgrades.
Which is good. He's actually, I think he's a little behind on the upgrades there.
Yeah, I mean, Void Reaver, he's halfway complete. He's +2. But yeah, there's no upgrades currently for Cold Zero. But he can catch up with Double Forge upgrade with Chrono Boost pretty quickly.
Then he's already got Colossus on the field, and there actually isn't a... Oh, well, I'm having trouble looking at this. Where's the engineering bay? Oh, there it is. He hit it over there in the natural.
These Phoenixes...
I couldn't tell that Void Reaver's actually making Colossus too.
Phoenixes from Cold Zero, though, just really paying off. Picking off the probes on the assimilator at the natural base for Void Reaver, and just continually, I guess, paying for themselves. Scouting non-stop, picking off probes, where they can. Play too much Zerg.
It's okay, I call all workers probes for some reason. I don't even play Protoss, it's not even habit.
That's hilarious.
We do have an interesting deviation, though. Cold Zero is getting his Storm up, so he's much more advanced in the tech. Already has his Archons out, too. And a higher Colossi count, so honestly, he could probably push out right now. He's got his Phoenixes out, just patrolling the map, seeing what he can see. He's going to kill these pylons as well that are out on the map. And those 2 Colossi with more on the way, probably going to push right through this third base.
Yeah.
We actually have a 53 supply advantage for Cold Zero in terms of army.
Look at the supply, he's almost maxed out. Void Reaver sitting at close to 130 supply, and this is just such a scary push incoming here from Cold Zero. I feel like Void Reaver's gonna have to pull a miracle off here to try and defend this.
He really is, and look at the posture out in front of the base. Doesn't want to take a bad engagement, sets up that concave, the charge lots go in, and the Colossi kill off the zealots of Void Reaver, and here come the Stalker Warpins. It's got that bigger bank to use all of his...
Everything just melts away. G is called from Void Reaver, doing Livy B style with that single G. I like it. Void Reaver, very well played. Game 1, however, goes to Cold Zero. Very well played, though. Especially with that really big mistake at the beginning of the game with his Oracle. That was, like, really painful.
I thought that was end of days.
Yeah.
I need to stop saying that.
End of days.
I definitely lost my composure there at the end. I apologize for that.
That's all good. What's up, Fire?
What are you eating?
PG. Just some Allen snakes.
Oh.
Candy. Or lollies, as we call it in Australia.
Well, all candy is lollies?
Yep.
What do you call lollipops then?
Lollipops.
So it's like a rectangle and square thing?
Yeah. What? Rectangle and square?
Well, like...
A square is a rectangle,
square is
but
a
a rectangle
rectangle.
isn't a square.
Yeah.
Oh.
So like all lollipops are lollies, but not all lollies are lollipops?
That's
Is
right.
another way of saying it?
That is 100% correct. Instinct SC asks, Livy, will there be more of these in the future? Instinct SC, yeah, I'm hoping to hold one once a month. My original plan was once a fortnight, but it's proven a little bit too difficult with the time scheduling. So once a month she'll be the aim game.
Homes and reservations. Your people will wear cardigans and drink highballs. We will sell our
Now, if only I can win the lottery and spend it all on hosting tournaments.
and enjoy hors d'oeuvres. My people will
That's
have
probably
pain
what I would do with it.
degradation. Your people will have stick shifts. The gods of my tribe have spoken. They have said, do not trust
Oh.
pilgrims.
1 sec.
For these reasons, I've decided to scalp you and burn your village to the ground.
Sorry about that.
I thought my CPU fans were the problem, but
What's your temperature like?
I don't know. I gotta check it again.
There's no guarantee on the Bay Cup thing, but I'm trying my best. If we could do it once a month, that'd be awesome. Hey, Yum Yum Spectrum, how you doing?
Just waiting on Cold Zero.
What's up, Vsol again? How you doing? Hey, Max 5. Cold Zero is just taking a quick breather, I think.
Yeah, that was an intense game.
It was. Especially since he probably freaked out after that Oracle mistake. Because I feel
Hydra
like,
would have rage quit.
yeah, like he's, what was it? Void Reaver's main base was so open. The Stalkers were out of position, everything was out of position, and then he accidentally pressed the wrong spell cast on his Oracle.
It was pretty hard for me not to laugh when I saw that. I was like borderline.
Alright, cool. So that Cold Zero is back. He's back and ready for action.
Jesus. 33 Celsius.
That's cool as ice. Don't. Oh wait, am I in the lobby?
Yeah, you are.
Yeah, okay. Sorry. And goes up to like 60 on the rig.
Did you need to check your PC, Joiyt?
Yeah, because at first my CPU fan wasn't, my what's it called, my graphics card fan wasn't even on.
Damn. Should probably get that
Weird.
fixed.
No, yeah, I just had to turn the app on, and then it's working now. So
That's good.
Weird.
yeah. Anyways,
Alright. Game number 2, ladies and gentlemen, of the Bay Cup number 3. And we have here in the bottom right hand corner, spawning as the blue Protoss player. He goes by Void Reaver.
Oh my gosh, that introduction. How do I follow that? I need quotes, is what I need. Down here in the red, looking hotter than a June bug riding bareback on the hind leg of a jackrabbit with his tail on fire. It is Cold Zero.
Damn! That was better. That topped my intro.
I cheated. I was supposed to use that during the Hellbat push. It's one of the quotes that's rare for Hellions.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I spent some time doing some research for this.
True StarCraft lovers will only know that quote. No, let me rephrase. True Terran lovers in StarCraft will know that quote.
So true.
It would be interesting if either of these
I think that's
players
going to be my new saying.
decide to differentiate their build orders this game. That's a good saying to have, Absurd. I 100% support this decision.
Sounds
OP.
good. You know, I'm thinking they're both going Stargate again.
Yeah, both players are checking for proxies too, playing it safe, seeing how it's going. They definitely don't want to be caught off guard with any proxy 2 gates or like of that sort.
Definitely not. Am I lagging out?
Probably Joy. His computer's at 33 degrees Celsius.
That's really not that hot, though.
Well, if you think about it, if there's lag, I think I'm the first one people should jump to because I'm from Australia.
Right. Well, we do again see Void Reaver having 2 and 2 in his gas, whereas Cold Zero is immediately going for 3 workers in each gas. So he'll probably have the faster Stargate once again, while sacrificing his slower Warp Gate.
Yeah, and it's interesting that Cold Zero does decide to always opt for this really early gas intake opposed to getting out more probes earlier. I mean, you do have that fast in tech, as you saw in the last game, but it's heavily reliant on your opponent not being able to defend perfectly. You know, make sure that your opponent does slip up and make some sort of mistake so that you're able to kind of justify that early tech path.
It's definitely true, and there is that Stargate coming out, whereas Void Reaver again is taking his Stalkers and his Warp Gate first, so no guarantees that he's going for a Stargate.
Ooh, Twilight Cancel here. Proxy Twilight Cancel at that. So are we going to see DTs?
Oh, we know what that means.
Oh, I'd love to see DTs.
I think we are.
This is getting very exciting.
You can see all of my teeth right now. If I were on webcam, all of them would be showing.
Well, it's okay. I am on webcam, and all of mine are showing.
It's much better teeth to look at, let me tell you.
That's Proxy's scout does get taken out by the Mothership Core. And Cold Zero's probably got to be thinking right about this time is there's not much in the main of Cold Zero. So what's going on? And the longer I look at this game, the longer it looks like it's going to be Blink. It's actually going to be Blink Stalkers.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing.
But
I'm so sad.
we still could have dreamed, you know. I can't help but feel a little disappointed, but in the same token, Blink Stalkers is also quite exciting. He's going to have to play a little bit defensive though, because there is an Oracle on the way, so the Stalkers are going to have to defend against the Blink Stalker, against the Oracle play.
He is in position to do that. He could really use one more Stalker, which is about to pop. This Oracle should be able to get his 4 kills to pay for himself. Right, and right as it comes in,
oh my gosh,
Void Reaver moves out of position. But good reaction time on the Photon Overcharge, though. Just gets 3 kills with that Oracle.
Right, Proxy Pylon going down just outside the natural here of Cold Zero, and it looks like Void Reaver is looking to get aggressive pretty shortly. He has to be careful that the Oracle doesn't snipe back through and actually try and take out a couple more probes, because that will actually force him into a very all-in position, which is something he doesn't really want to be in. He wants to damage his opponent's economy whilst still having a very healthy economy of his own.
It's definitely true, and it's worth being noted that Cold Zero's actually scouted the Blink build, so he knows it's on the way. He's getting into a pretty defensive posture there. He's going to move back in with that Oracle, see if he can get any damage done. And you know, the Oracle's nice because it keeps 2 of the Stalkers in the main.
Yeah, it does, and that's 2 Stalkers that can definitely be utilized as an aggressive Stalker in the main force that's actually applying pressure in the natural now of Cold Zero.
Oh man, here come the Stalker Wars. We do have an early pickoff plus that Immortal coming out, so he has a chance to hold this off.
Yeah, he initiates Photon
Just gonna
Overcharge, So he's gonna have to wait a little bit before that actually dissipates, before he can actually engage again. So a little bit of unfortunate for Void Reaver having to wait when he has such a nice army to do damage.
It really does, and it's given him just enough time to get both of those Immortals out. He's got a couple of Stalkers warping in. That is a lot for Void Reaver, though. With a nice time warp, he could do a lot of damage. But we do have enough energy for another Photon Overcharge, so another 40-second wait here for this Blink Stalker force.
Here we go, he's ready to engage. One Stalker goes down, Time Warp and a Force Field. Beautiful Force Field, beautiful Time Warp. Automatically targeting down that Immortal. And second Immortal is being targeted. There's so many red Stalkers now here for Void Reaver. But it looks like he's going to just blink in aggressively. Probes are going to have to be pulled from the line. And it looks like Cold Zero is going to be able to hold. That was very well defended from Cold Zero.
Yeah, I definitely didn't think that was going to happen. But here comes the next wave of Warp-ins. There's another Immortal coming out, though. This is a tense moment because we are out of Photon Overcharge. He doesn't have another one left.
Yeah. Yeah. Once that dissipates, it looks like Void Reaver, he's going to go in for a second attack. He's ready to do some damage.
It's going to be nice that Guardian Shield comes up, or the Force Shield to kill that Immortal off. Gets immediately sniped.
Oh, the blinks
nice
are beautiful
blink
though.
Too, and he's really bugging out Cold Zero's target firing there.
Yeah, he's not losing any of his Stalkers in this second wave attack.
Definitely not, but that Immortal is out, so he needs to be careful not to overextend. Now we're going to see the back and forth micro between these two. This is why I always go 3-gate blink in PvP. It's so much fun.
Well, this is actually a 4-gate blink. He's got a proxy gate with his Twilight Cancel.
No, I need to step my game up.
So this is pretty aggressive here from Void Reaver. He's got 4 gates. He's really trying to apply the pressure right here. The Immortal is still standing though, and these Zealots are actually contacting the Stalkers, so they're actually getting damage done. And that's not really what Void Reaver wants at this stage of the game. And if this actually fails, then his tech is going to be outdated pretty quickly. Once the Immortal count gets up, once Cold Zero gets the Stalkers count of his own.
No, I'm sorry, I was playing with my Observer. Yeah, that was a good pickoffs there, though. I think that the blink micro is a little bit sloppy. I think definitely taking damage from Stalker or Zealots on your Stalker should never happen. He's taking a moment to regroup. Still has a forward warping point, but he's gonna call it.
Calls it GG. Cold Zero with a 2-0 victory over his Protoss opponent, Void Reaver. Congratulations, Cold Zero. I mean, Void Reaver at the 2:22 8 p.m. No, Void Reaver. He was lucky. The luck was behind him, but he just couldn't follow through, unfortunately. Very well played. He made it all the way to the semi-finals, so he did actually guarantee himself that $10 third/fourth place finish. So congratulations for Void Reaver. Still not bad. He's in the same boat as Perfect Play, both with that $10 finish there. And it's up to Cold Zero and Nistic to play it out to see who gets the first place $60 and who gets the second place $20.
No, I'm excited. I played Nistic once, and it did not go well for me. And that's the end of that story.
That is the end of that story. One sec. I just gotta take a quick break. Gotta check on my dog really quick. Guys, thanks for tuning in. I'll be right back after this short break.
You're right. Just buy a new bed. It's all good.
Yeah, you need a Tempur-Pedic anyways.
As long as it didn't get on that pillow looked comfortable. That would suck to lose a pillow.
Yeah, that's true. Pillows are awesome. Flip it over. Yeah, good idea. I'll just flip it over. Live it up yours. I gotta cover.
Is anyone else having a great night?
Hell yeah! Dog threw up all over my bed.
Oh, I guess aside from the throw up.
It's been an awesome day so far. Yep, we're in the finals of the Bay Cup. It's Cold Zero vs Nistic, ZBP. So it's good. It's good. Everything's jolly good still. And yeah, it'll be awesome.
Right, and we get to play arcade. I'm so excited.
Yeah.
Arcade.
Start off with
We're all
some
gonna get beat by Joiyt.
battle bots.
Yeah.
Where's Cold Zero?
Maybe his computer froze.
Maybe.
Yeah, that pun was a little obscure.
It's unfortunate because the way my bed is designed is only one side. Because the pillow top is actually attached to the mattress.
That's weird.
And I only got the bed 2 years ago. Crap. It's only 2 years old.
You have to take a sponge to that one.
I did.
You gotta dab it.
DJ Waters, how you doing?
Just put a crap ton of bleach on it, and I think you'll be fine. Pour the whole bottle.
Oh, our trooper's starting up the pun train.
Alright, cool. I made the lobby, guys.
We're playing Echo on the first map, right? Cool.
Yeah. Alright, into the countdown, guys. Echo the first map, ZVP. It's our favorited Cold Zero versus Nistic, the evil Zerg. Who will win? Echo the latter edition. What's up, CM Martin?
Sorry, you made me busting guts there.
Alright, down here in the bottom right hand corner as the green Zerg player, he He goes by Gear in the Rear, Nistic.
Everyone likes the tearing quotes. Then in the top left, it's the crowd favorite and the underdog. It is Cold Zero. Rip. Well, I guess Cold Zero's dog also threw up on his bed.
Yeah, unfortunately. There's a dog virus going around.
That's the worst kind of virus.
Ah, no good. Alright, well, looks like Cold Zero is looking to do a gateway expand, as we've seen him do in many ZVPs earlier today. Against Vessel.
It's a pretty solid build. And I want to see a cannon rush today, though. Like, as hard as that probably is for you to digest and listen to, I really want to see a cannon rush.
I don't actually mind cannon rushes.
Really? Well, you're really good at dealing with it. So that's probably one thing.
Mystic was looking forward to
every time I
blasting
cannon
us.
rush.
Yeah, I can
He's
deal
like,
with.
so
I
we're
can
gonna
deal
make
with
this
it.
fast.
So it's not too painful for me to deal with. It's annoying on some maps, like what's it, Expedition Lost. Really hard to deal with cannon rushes on that map. It's pretty much if they get the cannon rush down, it's GG.
The one time I ever cannon rushed on that map, I won.
Yep, it's pretty strong, very strong. It'd be interesting to see if Cold Zero opts to go for
Definitely.
something like a sand gate or something like that. Some really early aggression, tries to micro it out, and hopefully Nistic just plays a bit too greedy.
We're already rooting for Nistic to lose.
Well, Nistic is
like
the
it.
favourite. He's the favourite. You never cheer for the favourite. You always cheer for the underdog.
What if your team is favored?
No, Joiyt Arena.
No, Joy.
His computer exploded.
Ah. Hold on, give me a sec. I don't know.
Good.
Alright, got it.
Not the overheating. Well, my train of thought was just slashed and killed and burned there. I have no idea what I was just talking about. We do see a nice Zealot coming out, completing that tight wall there. No gas yet being taken for Nistic, so he's opting to go for not a little bit more of an economical opening. Doesn't want to have the early sweeping attack or anything like that.
Yeah.
And they both really are.
He's researching his gateway, his warp gate technology now. He's not really dedicating any chrono to it or anything, so he's looking to do more of a, what it seems like a macro-orientated build, throwing down his second assimilator, and Nistic in turn, he's getting his third base up and going, which is, I think, is the correct choice. Playing macro for macro.
It definitely is. Yeah, if I have to choose macro over micro, I'm going to choose macro 9 times out of 10.
Yeah,
I love some macro games.
me too. Macro.
The best part about a macro game is that it ends up being that you get more micro-intensive engagements than any other time anyways.
Definitely a
At
fan of
least
the macro.
as a Terran player. Oh, we know that.
It's easy to turn.
I don't remember the last time. Oh, is it? I don't know how that works.
You just got bunkers, widow mines, siege tanks, marines and marauders in bunkers with medivacs, and then, you know, you never die. It's easy.
You just never die. If only it were so easy. You really got to be patient to do that. Well, Nistic has taken a couple gas there in his natural. Probably going to get a couple more in his main as well. Going to get that speed up, and we'll see what tech path he's going for. Gets a scout at the front door, sees a sentry, sees a couple more gateways there with the tight wall. Nothing's been given away yet. He's waiting patiently on the wing, though, with his overlords for those scouts, so that'll probably happen pretty shortly as they move in now.
Yeah, Nistic is making a round of speed links behind this. 12 links on the way with the spine crawler. Doesn't want to be caught too off guard in case there's some all-in coming. 22 now links in production. He really wants to gain that map control as well with scouting and so forth. Maybe even catch anything that Cold Zero decides to push out of his base with. Which right now it actually looks like he is pushing out with a little bit of forces. 2 sentries, 4 zealots, and a mothership core. He does have enough energy to recall though, so that's quite important.
Yeah, but he definitely doesn't want to use that energy on a recall this early. But it's one thing to note that these are slow links for the next about 50 seconds, so and they're pretty spread out, so it's going to be pretty hard for him to get a full surround until that happens.
Yeah, Cold Zero has to make sure that he doesn't spread his units too thin here and still have the energy to recall home if he needs be. He is making sure that Nistic is in Ling production. He has 14 more Lings in production. He's got 1-1 upgrades on the way as well. He's probably going to choose to recall pretty shortly here. He's in range of the Spore Crawler though. He was 1 hit off from that Mothership Core dying, in fact. 1 more hit, he's on 6 HP, and 1 more hit from that Spore would have been goodbye Mothership Core.
The 2s are with him today, that is for sure. It's interesting that the Scouting Overlord didn't get killed, and he just kind of left it there because he was expecting it to die on its way in. Never really seen that one before. And we do have that aggression coming out of the front door, forcing out force fields, kills a sentry off, bruises up a stalker or 2.
Yeah, and behind this, Nistic actually feels comfortable enough to place down his 4th base without Cold Zero even placing his 3rd Nexus down. So Nistic's feeling pretty confident. He's going for the 1-1 Ling route. So he's going heavy Ling production, very low gas income type build.
Well, I think that he scouted the blink out of Cold Zero, so 1-1 Lings are really good against stalkers, honestly, and they can close the gap when they do blink away pretty easily. Much better than Roaches can, at least. But he does have a Roach horn up, so we'll probably get some of those as well. Getting that Roach speed up. He's got great saturation to this point.
Yeah, very great saturation. He's at 91 supply. Cold Zero is at 76. He's actually a little bit supply block currently. He's got 4 pylons of production, almost finishing up. But once this infestation pit... Oh god, the Ling run by into the main! That's a little painful as well. These 1-1 upgrades are going to kill probes so quickly. Even the Zealots that warp in. I'm pretty sure the Zerglings can actually deal with them quite efficiently if they get a full surround.
At the same time, he chooses not to recall home, trusting in his his defense at home. He's going to kill off that spine crawler and see what he can get done over here in the 3rd base, but it's going to call GG, even though he didn't even see the 4th base out of Nistic.
Yeah, he called GG. He was killing the 3rd. There was not much to contest against it, but he knew by the time he got over to the natural, there'd be so much there waiting for him that it was just... It was unfortunate that that Ling run by got through.
It really was. They just probably pushed that Zealot out of the way. Must not have been on hold position.
I must commend the APM from Cold Zero though. He's got pretty high APM, especially for a Protoss player.
I like that every time you commend his APM, you have to say that.
Well, Protoss players, they don't need that high APM, you know? It's all about unit positioning, not about multitasking.
Nice recovery.
Thanks.
But seriously, there are GM Protosses with 100 APM.
I know. That's what I'm saying. It's crazy. Alright.
Man, I hate to see a game end like that, though. It's gearing up to be pretty exciting.
Alright, we got Coda. Poor Joiyt's PC, Ripperino.
Trying to fix it.
One man says that Protoss only needs 40 APM.
I guess I should race change.
Yeah. It's hard to hide your builds though.
It really is. You know, the 7 gate though. That 7 gate's pretty hard to scout.
Yeah. Sometimes. Has a weird timing, I think. What's up, Lozuri?
Joy, are you all tabbed?
This PC's dying.
I guess so. There we go.
Waiting on Nistic and Cold Zero to ready up. Let's get this game on the way. Map choice number 2 is going to be on Coda. Cold Zero's map decision.
Why do you think you chose Coda?
Well, I think it's could be due to the reason that you can actually proxy a lot of proxy locations, I feel like, on this map, especially in the corner natural fourth base, very corners of the map. That's a really popular proxy location that a lot of Zerg players just overlook. Other than that, I think
Proxy
the third
Dark Shrine.
base, the third base is really open as well, so it makes it very strong for 2 base all-ins from Protoss players. We'll have to see what he can get done with this. Alright. We have, in the bottom right-hand corner, it is the blue Protoss player, Cold Zero.
And everyone's favorite evil overlord, former winner of the Bay Cup, looking to take another one down. I think he did win, right? I mean, let me not see. I will retake that. I will recant my statement if he did not. Or pause until I know the answer.
No, I think he came second.
Well, I recant my statement. Sound really stupid, but can he win his first Bay Cup? It is Nistic.
Let me check for you. I'm gonna check right now. I know the last
We
one
are having a competition
was
now
won by
with myself for.
Preacher.
Oh, that's right. All these GM Zergs, I get them confused.
Yeah.
Except for Creature never will play me, but Nistic will because he's a cool dude.
No, Nistic didn't win the last one. Creature did.
Does Nistic stream?
Possibly. I think I've seen his stream before. I think. Unless I'm confusing him with someone else. I think he streams under the name Mysticism.
Ah, that's right. Okay, I need to follow him and learn all these lead strats.
These
Well.
Zergy strats.
Yeah, my Zerg is subpar, let me tell you. We do see the Gateway expand coming out again out of Cold Zero. It is his go-to, clearly. Doesn't like the cannon shenanigans. Getting a little harass off there in the main base with his probe. Forcing that drone to come out. It's a decent amount of damage there. It'll cost him 50 minerals there, Nistic will.
Yeah, and he's making sure that there's no cannon rushings going down in his natural as well before he sends that drone to his third to eventually take that third hatchery.
He's got that queued up already. Taking it nice and early. Gonna get
Very
spread
early.
out. Let's. Yeah, the spawning pool's finishing. We'll see some lings push this probe out, push it back across the map. The Overlord scouts that there's no forge coming down, so he's definitely feeling comfortable not to have to pull the boys for any cannons going up. And that's the natural Cold Zero is going to be taken. Looks pretty much the same as last game.
Yeah, very similar. I think that Nistic's third base is going up a lot quicker. So fast that he can't actually afford both his queens, and both his main and natural at the same time. And he's actually taking a gas behind this as well, knowing that his opponent is going for a very late natural expansion. He wants to just be very safe and have that speed ready.
Well, I can't fault him for that. Not at all. And he's checking around for pylons too, because that probe was out there. He's going to make sure there aren't any proxies. He's got the Zerglings rallied in every corner of the map, except for the bottom left, which would be a pretty weird proxy location in and of itself.
That's why it's the best proxy location.
It's always the last place you look.
Well, I hear that you don't keep looking after you find it.
Is that true? I always look for more. It's like when I see one proxy, I just assume there's like 12.
That's true. You got me there. Alright, well, three lings seem to manage to hike their way through, but there is a mothership core taking out these Zerglings. One probe is being damaged, but Cold Zero is doing a really good job at keeping these probes alive. Four lings did lose their lives, but Nistic did get a nice scout in the natural there. He saw two gateways, he saw a sentry and a zealot, and the saturation on the natural. He notices that it's where it should be, really, at this stage of the game. And he probably knows that he doesn't have warp gate tech, so he's probably okay to drone for the time being. Getting a evolution chamber as well. It's interesting if he's looking to do just one single upgrade, whether it be a ranged attack or melee. We'll have to wait and see.
You know, given the first game, I'm going to assume that it's going to be melee again. And there it is. Yeah, it's going to be melee. Seems to like his lings a lot.
He does.
And Cold Zero's got a probe. I can't tell if it's stuck out there or if he wants to build something out on the map. Yeah, it's definitely
That's his
weird
proxy
location, though.
choice. Proxy location of choice.
Right at the front door, right? Oh, wait, I'm looking at a different one. I'm sorry.
Alright, there's quite a few lings trickling out here across the map for Nistic. It's probably looking to deny the third base for one. But if he could pick off any units or even get a run by, then he'd be looking pretty golden.
And that front door is actually open. He did pull the zealot away from that the hole to be plugged. Something to note. And then he sends it back, realizing that mistake. Doesn't want to lose the same way he did in the first game, for sure.
No, definitely not. Oh, but the zealot wasn't on hold position. Quite a few lings are trickling now straight into the main. And Cold Zero is going to definitely be learning from this mistake in the future, at least. Something he's got to work on.
It's not a lot to be said about this, folks.
Very painful for any
Protoss
Protoss
bring
player.
up that other... Oh, here comes the flood, though. The floodgates are open. The Zerglings are being spammed. There's just not enough to deal with these lings. Didn't even get +1, and GG is called.
GG, Nistic, Bay Cup number 3 victor. Congratulations to Nistic, taking the 2-0 victory over Cold Zero, hitting that 200 APM that game, and winning with his favorite unit, the Zergling, or I could so assume. Beautifully played by
Well, apparently
Nistic.
I have an alarm for 2 a.m.
just as the tournament finishes, it's like you knew. And then the alarm was like some sort of victory music.
It was well timed. It was actually literally right as the game ended that went off.
Alright. Thank you so much, Absurd, for the co-casting. I want to give a huge shout out to Fleshlit, who contributed $25 to this Bay Cup. Huge shout out to Panic, without him, the Bay Cup wouldn't exist. Thank you everyone who participated in our Bay Cup today. Bay Cup number 3. It was awesome. Huge thank you to our first place Nistic, second place Cold Zero, and our third and fourth place winners, which will be Perfect Play and Void Reaver. You guys, you're in the money. $10 to Perfect Play and Void Reaver. I think it's $20 for Cold Zero and $60 for Nistic. But I'll have to double confirm that because I think I accidentally wrote a different distribution on my poster. So maybe I'll just give them $10 more.
It says 6 there.
On my
It's awfully nice of you.
on my challenge, I wrote 60 first and 20 for second. But then on my poster, I wrote 50 for first and 30 for second. So
Nice.
I'll give Nistic 60 and I'll give 30 to Cold Zero because it deserves it for coming second in the Bay Cup number 3. Congratulations, guys! Thank you all for tuning in today. It was super duper awesome. It was a lot of fun. Thank you, Joiyt Reno, for the obsing and always awesome adminning, and everyone else who just came and hanged out as well. You guys are super duper cool. Well, since we finished early, let's play some arcade.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I'm excited. What do you want to play?
Alright, guys. Also, I want to say, if you guys would just send me a Twitch PM of your... I have Nistics and I have Perfect Plays. I need Cold Zeros and Void Reaver. I always blank on the name. Void Reaver's PayPal. Just send it to me through a Twitch PM. Thanks for participating, everybody. You guys are awesome. And then we'll have to decide when the next Bay Cup number 4 will be.
I'm here.
Crazy.
Aaron!
Did I hear arcade?
Crazy
What's
people.
up, Gilded? Hey,
I
Crazy.
had arcade and I had to come.
Yeah, arcade. Also, I want to say a huge thank you while I have you guys' attention. Thank you, everybody who liked my Facebook page. We hit 3,000 likes. I'm so excited about it. So 3,000 hype.
Facebook
Yeah,
holiday.
you.
Facebook hype.
I think I added your other Facebook.
You have more likes than I do friends, Libby.
Yay.